don't know what that is.
Billy Joel moving out.
If you say so.
Did you see the Billy Joel documentary on HBO?
No.
A, you got me. B, must watch. Really good.
Really?
You know what I love about it? You're not like a Billy Joel hater. You're not a Billy Joel lover. What do you think he's
I
all
like
right?
Billy Joel. Yeah,
You like him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think you'll love this because you're going to learn like 12 things about him that you did not know before.
All right.
I feel like our generation, Frankie C, the ones we were born in 82.
Yep.
We are the best of Billy Joel era. Like, yes, his album, like when we were born, his album, he was at his height. So everything that we got from him in like 86, 87, 88, when we were like 5 or 6, like we were young, we don't really know what's going on, but we're hearing the music. By the time we get up to like music level, we're like, what's Billy Joel's best of? Like best of is already out. And that's like what we're enjoying. This gives you like the whole journey of what it was back from the 70s to the 80s. Really enjoyable. Really nice.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Little nugget for everybody. There you go. That's free of charge. That's not going to show up on your bill. That little suggestion there for everybody.
Complimentary. It's very nice.
Big episode, Frankie C. Ghislaine's strange move. We now have somebody from the prison system talking to us about what happened with that whole situation. Instagram released a new feature, didn't tell anybody, and they were basically revealing everybody's location and where they were in that exact moment. So a little creepy.
That's fun.
We might have a Biden versus Harris showdown over book deals. I'll explain what that is. The president's going to meet with Vladimir Putin in Alaska regarding the Ukraine war. A woman's bowel movement grounded an entire flight. Fun little story. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the WNBA, but we'll discuss and we'll tell you what's working on the Fans of Only site.
Gee, let me guess.
Well, you might be surprised by this. I was pretty surprised to see what's like the most popular, what's really working. And plus, Brian Wilson was just laid to rest like 2 months after he passed. Kind of a weird thing there. And we've got a scorching hot game time blind top 5, Frankie C, from what I understand. So that all together is what we like to call in the business a podcast.
Business.
Yeah, right. Business of show. Frankie C. Ghislaine Maxwell was moved from a minimal security prison to a prison camp, shocking the whole entire world.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, everybody was. That happened weeks ago. You're still shocked over it. I'm pretty surprised as well. And we've heard a couple things from her friends at her new prison. They're pretty upset because they got sent into a lockdown. We learned that our government tried to hide the transfer from us by locking everybody in their cells and like pulling the shade so they didn't see that they were bringing her in. That we learned the other day. It was a little creepy.
Are they not going to find it out? Even if they don't see the actual moving of the person, eventually they're going to go, hey, who's that over there?
Yeah. Exactly. And like, who doesn't know of Ghislaine? Like if you held up a photo of her, people would be like, oh, that's the pedophile helper. Yeah.
Right.
Well, Judy Garrett, a former assistant director at the Federal Bureau of Prisons, told Fox News that the transfer of Ghislaine Maxwell to FPC Bryan, which is the name of the new prison camp, is quote unquote highly unusual. And the reason why
that sounds like a very soft prison camp.
Yeah, it is.
Like the gates just left open.
Yeah. Gates
left
it's open.
Not like
there are no
it's not
gates.
like something penitentiary. It's what is it?
Prison camp.
No. Something Bryan.
Yeah, FPC Bryan prison camp.
That's not the name of a kick-ass. That's not like Shawshank.
Oh, right. Yeah. Alcatraz.
Yeah, those sound mean.
Yeah.
Whatever Brian sounds like. I want to see my friend Brian.
Are you going to Alcatraz or are you going to FPC Bryan?
Right. Sounds like the college you're going to.
Could be a supermarket, for Christ's sake. You know, we're going to go to FPC Bryan and pick up some eggs.
Right.
Yeah, Federal Prison Camp Bryan is the name of the facility in which she is in, which has now come under scrutiny because they are doing more random checks. And because she's there and a person of interest, they've had to like add more layers of security. So everybody that like had it all cushion, they're now pissed off at her because
Is your prison not cushiony enough?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But Judy Garrett said it's, quote, very rare for a sex offender to be transferred to a minimum security facility like FPC Bryan, saying that traditionally individuals designated as sex offenders cannot be placed inside a prison camp. So just again, for anybody who's like, well, maybe it was scheduled, or you're making a leap by assuming just because the assistant attorney general went there that they cut a deal. Judy Garrett, former assistant director of the Federal Bureau of Prisons, confirms that it's highly unusual to have a sex offender in a prison camp.
Right.
So, to all those people that were in denial over that whole thing.
Yeah, nothing shady going on here.
Yes. Yeah, Garrett also said, I'm sure there were more than one, but it was very rare and it required, meaning more than people like this who have been transferred. She goes, it's very rare. It required a tremendous amount of work to convince us at the Bureau of Prisons that information initially contained in a pre-sentencing investigation report was somehow inaccurately miscategorized. This is when she was asked about, have sex offenders been there? She says it's been very rare, but it did happen, but extremely, extremely rare. She said more, but who gives a shit? I also wanted to point this out too, that at this federal prison camp, they have like a dog rehabilitation program where like you work with like dogs that are going to be like trained for certain things, like emotional support dogs, shit like that. Like dogs for blind people, all kinds of stuff. And the non-for-profit organization that runs that program, along with the prison camp, have refused to allow Ghislaine Maxwell to participate because of her status. Yeah, exactly. They were saying, like, basically, if you are,
stay the hell away from our dogs, is what they're saying.
Right. If you're convicted of a crime with minors or pets, they kind of like lump that into the same category. Kind of like how at the Emmys, it's like comedy or musical. You're like, what do these two have to do with each other?
So weird. I never got that.
Yeah. The minors and animals actually makes more sense than comedy and musical together. I'm just making a point that weird things can be paired together and still make sense sometimes for years. And this is definitely one of them. So Ghislaine's on the outside looking in when it comes to pet time around the old prison camperoonie.
Oh,
yeah. Frankie C, I know you're huge on Instagram. You love the gram.
Huge.
Big live shopper. Frankie C likes to buy a lot of outfits on the live shopping Instagram channels.
Yeah, like this.
There you go. Oh, look at that. That's an old school. That's an oldie but a goodie.
All right. This is when we had a third member of the show.
Yeah. Where is Jay Sabs?
I don't know.
She went to Montauk for her birthday. I teased this last episode. And then when she came back, I hadn't heard from her. And then a dead body wound up being discovered on a boat in Montauk. So, exactly.
Coincidence?
I don't know. I'm not saying
just
anything.
Questions.
I'm just putting it out there. Not like I went and contacted the FBI and said, I have somebody you might want to look into. Not that happened.
No, of course not.
On a phone call, I texted, but still, I'm just saying, worth worrying about a little bit, just a little bit.
Yeah, stealing salads is like a gateway thing. We all know that.
After you start with stealing salads, next thing you know, you're killing people on boats in rich Hamptons neighborhoods.
Matter of time.
Slippery slope, as they say.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, Instagram decided that they were going to do this new map feature where you can see the people that you follow or who follow you and their exact location at that moment. And they introduced this feature, I believe, this morning, and in the latest app update had it automatically enabled. So essentially, they were just, if you didn't know about this today and you have to go into your settings and you have to turn off
why would they do that?
In your location settings, you have to like specifically turn off like I forget what it's called, like super location or whatever it was, or accurate locations.
Who
You have
came
to
up with
turn
that?
that off.
I can't even imagine the meeting. You're sitting in a meeting. I have an idea.
Yeah.
Why don't we, without letting them know, just reveal everybody's location? We won't tell them though. It'll be fun. Trust me. They're gonna love this. We'll just, if you follow, what is it when someone goes live and you have to and you're watching them on a live stream or something?
Yeah, that happens. God bless you.
Yeah.
Was that Dexter sneezing?
That was Dexter, yeah.
Gotcha.
Um
Precise location. You have to turn off precise location. Sorry.
so
Frank,
when are people able to see that precise location?
just in their automatic app update, like
No. I mean,
anytime. Like you just go to the new map feature, which I almost was about to show you, but I realized it will show you everybody exactly where I live. So let's not do that. But yeah, you go to this new. So basically, when you're looking at Instagram, like when you're looking at the main feed, if you just swipe to the right, or when you go this way, is that to the left?
it's to your left.
I'm going right to left. Yeah. So you swipe right to left, it opens up this new map feature. And then on the map, you can see other people, profiles that have this feature enabled, which if you just updated your app, it's automatically enabled. Precise location.
That's not a breach of whatever the hell, like a privacy problem.
That's why everybody's freaking out today, because they're like, what the hell? I mean, we're fighting for, amongst this Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell thing, we're like fighting for the youth of America to keep weirdos away from our youth. And
yeah, here's a map of everybody in the world. Go ahead, go nuts. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What? I mean, there's privacy stuff. It's when you sign on to these things, you get like a privacy statement or whatever, and you set certain things up, and you assume they're not going to share your information and whatever. Now it's like, oh, here's where this person lives. It's like how close. Like, does it say the town? Does it say your house?
House. Down to your house. Yes.
What the hell?
Because I looked at it this morning.
How is that not a mountain of lawsuits?
Did not one person in the meeting go, should we just offer it and start it off disabled and let them do it if they want to?
Why would you want that to be a thing?
I think it's because they want people. All right, why would you want that to be a thing? Great question. In the era of TikTok, and even Snapchat is still kind of a thing. And I think I use Snapchat the least out of all. I don't know Snapchat at all. I've literally been to Truth Social more times than I've been on Snapchat in the last year. That just goes to show you how little I use Snapchat.
Yeah.
But I think that being able to find people and connect with them, and it's not just people too. It's like salons and restaurants and,
that's different. Businesses, are built on advertising, and you want to know where these places are and how to get to them and how to eat there and order food and whatever. But people's private homes and personal locations, that's an insane. Why would you? That's how this had to go through a lot of people to get approved and set up and created. Why would you do that?
You would think so, right? Like being in like one of the world's most popular apps, but I bet you like 4 people were like, yeah, let's try it. Let's do this. It didn't even. But I mean, Meta is historically bad at these things. They are just historically bad at like protecting things and realizing shit. Like I can't tell you. Okay. One thing I don't look at on my Instagram is like naked chicks. Like I don't think they allow nudity or anything like that, right? But it's like my Instagram is filled with like fun. My wife is giving me dirty look now. But my Instagram is filled with like comedy people, hockey jerseys. Like this is my Instagram. My Instagram algorithm is different from my TikTok. TikTok, I get like news and I get other fun stuff. My Instagram is super limited. But when I go to the search function, all you see is like big hootie chicks chicks in bathing, like, it's like they know I'm a man, and they're like, men like big hooties, so we're just gonna keep throwing big hooties at you. And it's so hysterical because it'll be like, let's say you get 9 pictures on that search page, it'll be like 8 hootie girls and like an Islanders jersey.
Here's the 2 things you love.
Yeah.
And Islanders jerseys.
Yeah. It's like, here's the thing we know you love. We'll give you one of those. We're going to give you 8 other things that we think will keep you on this platform longer.
Right.
So it's really, they're kind of like psychotic in that way. And
well, I mean, doing something like that, I mean, I can't see how they didn't anticipate this backlash of nobody wants this.
Yes.
How did they not troubleshoot this in the meeting and go, I have a question. Do you think people might be, upset about that we're revealing everybody's location on a public forum?
My only guess is the one weirdo guy in the office that like always eats lunch by himself, that he was the one that came up with the idea, and they were like, oh, fucking Kenneth is worried about it. Like, it can't be it. Like, let's not go with, like, they're just against whatever Kenneth comes out with. So that's why it lost. That's why.
But Kenneth was the voice of reason.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, it's Kenneth. We can't.
Yes.
Can't listen to Kenneth.
Yeah. And like Kenneth, like, I just picture I picture his name being like something pompous, like Kenneth Pritchard Livingston. And like, he has it all in his signature. And people are like, I fucking can't stand this guy. When you call him Ken, he's like Alex Kenneth, actually. He's like one of those annoying people,
I gotcha.
Yeah.
That could be.
That's weird. So if you have 12-year-old girls that are on, or boys for that matter, that are on Instagram, go tell them to look at that precise location thing and turn it off, because if not, everybody's going to be able to connect to them and see exactly where they are. That
I feel like is such they're going to get a million lawsuits. I mean, this doesn't make any sense in terms of person's privacy. Why don't you just print their address on the screen? That's basically what they're doing. Everybody just got doxxed by Instagram.
Yeah, but I think I think the weight of people will be able to connect and like find themselves, like discover friends or like-minded individuals. Like I think they probably thought the potential.
You could already do that.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's just weird. I think they just feel like the potential of what this could be to connect with your friends live in person while you're on Instagram far outweighs all the flack we're going to get for just me. I think that's really what they thought. That's in my heart of hearts. I think they thought, I think we can sneak this and I think we can get away with it. Like, I think more people will love this than be like alarmed about it, which I think, again, they seriously misjudged that whole thing.
Yeah. Holy crap. I mean,
yeah.
Who would want their exact location revealed to millions of strangers?
Yeah, never. Even when you go to post something, you could like pick your location. Even then, like when I like, all right, I have to do this, I'll not go more specific than like New York, like is the state. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
maybe.
It's just not really anything that
I try to just narrow it down to Earth.
Yeah.
Frank is on Earth. He checked in.
Yes.
Frank checked in on Earth. That's it.
Yeah. Paul says, and it's very personalized. They target you specifically. Yeah, I know. But I'm telling you, I have never, ever, ever clicked on a hootie girl. Like it to me, like it's a girl in a bathing suit. I'm 42 years old. A girl in a bathing suit is not doing anything for me. It's just not. Like, if I'm going for porn, it's not on Instagram where they can't show you anything. So when I tell you, and by the way, I don't do porn on my phone. So there is literally no way for them to be like, this guy likes. And by the way, like,
you order magazines.
Yeah. I'll tell you why. And this is a microphone thing, because we have talked about this. And I say this all the time, how I like brunettes over blondes. They're all brunettes. So that, like, outside of me talking about it in front of my phone, nothing I have done has indicated that is the kind of content that I like. And
blazers? Are they wearing blazers?
Oh, no. Most of them are it's just straight up just hootie girls. I'll open up the page right now.
Anyway.
So when you go, of course now, all right. So now it's a little different. It's going to prove me wrong, but you can see like there's like, all right, here, let's have an experiment. I don't know if you can see that. It's a little probably fuzzy, but there's a Netflix thing. There's a hot girl, hockey thing. There's not really, there's Colbert in there. There's like a Colbert interview in there. You can kind of see.
Anyway.
All right, there's some stuff. Let's refresh it and see what comes up. Okay, all right. See, now I just pulled down and refreshed. Can you see the titty girl, like the naked people?
It's hard to see. I can't make out what you got on the screen. You're
All
very
right,
small on my screen.
Yeah, and because I got the new camera, it's like, but I don't know if you can see, but there's a girl's ass. There's a girl in a white bikini top. And my phone, it's like it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
They know why you're there.
Want to see some titty girls? Like they literally, it just and it's like don't act like you have people like best interest in mind, and like you're there for like you're there to protect like the youth and all that. And you're like, you want to see some titty girls? You know, like that's all they do. I wonder.
This should be a bigger story. Oh, hey, this app you've been on for years now lets everybody know exactly where you are. That's like that's a huge thing.
So again, if you have Instagram, go to your settings, your location settings, and turn off precise location to avoid having that problem.
Right.
I wonder, Frank, if like women see just like big muscle dudes, like shirtless muscle dudes, like the same way. Like go to your Instagram right now, click on search and tell me what comes up, and then give it like a quick pull down refresh and tell me if there's just like weird sexual things in there that you don't usually like. If you're on Instagram looking up muscle dudes, you're going to get muscle dudes. I'm saying if you've never looked up a dude or a muscle guy, I wonder what it throws your way. Because I bet you if it's for women, I bet you if it ain't a muscle dude, it's like shoes and purses and fashion and whatever.
Oh, you're just stereotyping all women. I get it.
It ain't me. It's Instagram. You know, they're literally.
Yeah. I bet it's shoes, and because that's all women care about is shoes and fashion.
Yeah. That's all my wife.
Maybe women like hockey. Maybe women want to see hockey jerseys.
Maybe.
I don't know why you're pigeonholing all women into one. I bet it's all shoes and shopping and standing barefoot by the stove.
It's all cooking recipes and
cooking and being pregnant. You know, women stuff.
Yeah, you know, chick things. Frankie C. Biden might be ready to square off against Kamala Harris, according to Mark Halperin, who is a political commentator. I don't know Mark Halperin from a hole in the wall. I don't know what side he's on, but essentially he has. Well, here's what we're talking about. He has a source because Kamala Harris just inked a book deal.
Yeah.
She's got a book coming out called 107 Days documenting her presidential run. By the way, also President Biden signed a $10 million deal with Hachette Book Group for his presidential memoir. And Halperin he was on some show. And basically what he was saying is that he has a source within the Biden team that says that they are ready to drop the dirt on Kamala Harris if she has anything damaging to say about Biden, which is an interesting kind of a thing there, right? Because we talked about the decline of Biden, and again, Jake Tapper has got all this stuff out there in his book about how Hunter and Jill and a few people were hiding his cognitive decline, that who knows if he was making all the decisions. There's lots of conjecture around this.
Does he have a book about Trump yet? Because the cognitive decline of Trump?
No, that's playing out in real time. We have to wait for that to.
Okay. When Trump gets off the roof, then maybe we'll interview him for that book.
You are so angry.
Can't because I can't stand the hypocrisy. I just can't stand the cognitive decline of Biden. He had a bad night at a terrible night at a debate, and he misspoke a couple of times. But Trump, it's batshit 99% of the time. But it's always batshit, so we can't. When it's normal, then we'll question his abilities.
Actually, you should when he does say something normal. If he says
When
something
he
that
says
makes
something
sense to
normal
you,
and smart, then we
should
should look at his brain a little bit and
you
check
should be
out what he's
alarmed.
talking.
You should be. If you go, could you imagine if he was like, you know, who's funny though? Rosie O'Donnell's pretty funny.
Yeah, big fan. Always loved her. It's
What?
just teasing. Or if he apologizes for something, that'd be good.
I could just see everybody like Elizabeth Warren being like, is this the 4D chess? Is it, or is he just, is this it?
I would think it's AI. I wouldn't believe it.
Hey, the AI, the bunny on the trampoline video really freaked people the fuck out. Did you see that video?
That was AI?
That was AI.
Shit.
Oh,
Got me.
By the way, do you want to be mind blown? I've forgotten to say this, and I saw Brian was in the chat a moment ago, but Brian the Cannon Bannon let me know after we did the story on Gary Busey that the buttered sausage clip is a deep fake. That's not real. That's not really Gary Busey talking about buttered sausage.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the buttered sausage clip.
Oh, it's Busey. He's like spaced out and all fucked up. He's like, buttered sausage. He's like, can we talk about buttered sausage? He's like on a podcast. They're trying to interview him. And he just goes off on buttered sausage. And I thought it was real this whole entire time. Turns out he sent me the video of the guy filming it and the deep fake and the guy filming it next to him. It's totally fake. I had no idea.
How do you know that's real?
You just blew my mind. Brian, get on that. Is that a fake? We need an investigation.
Yeah. How do you know we're even talking to each other? I don't even know if you're Anthony. You could be J-Saps doing some kind of deep fake thing.
What's my birthday? Wait, real Frank would have forgotten that. Real Frank would have no idea, even though it's 10
Try me
days.
again. Next, please. Another question. Hit me again.
You ever do that? You ever get into it with somebody? This happened with my mom recently, where she's like, "Oh, you know my favorite, whatever," and I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "I have no idea."
Yeah, no further questions.
No idea what she's talking about.
As long as there's no follow-up questions, yeah, I know everything about you.
Yeah, I'm with you. All right, but take Trump away from this. Let's just pull Trump out for a second. Look at this from a perspective of it's an interesting dynamic between Kamala and Biden. And let's just assume, again, because there's no reason not to, it's okay to assume this, that there really was a cognitive decline and that perhaps the first son and first lady were helping out a bit more than what is really expected of those non-elected people. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with examining that, having nothing to do with what's going on in this current administration right now. By the way, not to get you riled up, but we did this last episode. I don't know if you saw, but I did finally get the documents from Tulsi Gabbard, and I looked at it, and it's worthy of an investigation into the Obama administration. I don't think you could tie anything to Obama. You're not going to get a conviction there. I don't even know if
he was the president. He's got presidential immunity no matter what.
Exactly.
What's the problem?
I don't even know if they have a case enough to go to a trial, but I think they have enough to investigate. And by the way, this whole investigation could be slammed shut, closed off completely if the Obama officials just go, "Oh, okay, here's the evidence that made us do the 180." Because if they discovered something that made them go from there was no Russian involvement in the election to the Russians were trying to do this, if they just show what that is, then case closed. What Gabbard is kind of setting up is they were no, and then all of a sudden they were yes. And what we don't have is what caused that, so it's like, you need to find out if it was just them making it all up or if it was something that came across, because there's a whistleblower that basically said he asked what was the evidence and if it was the Steele dossier, which was found out to be funded by the Clinton campaign later on. He said, was it the Steele dossier? And he was told no. And then later on, we go to find out that might have been one of the key bits of information that turned this whole thing around. So if that all plays out to be true, then you do have an instance where some of those administration officials, Comey, Clapper, etc., if they can't say, hey, here's the evidence I have that shows that that's why we turned our story around. If they don't have that, then she's got a case there. So that's worth an investigation. That's why you have grand jury investigations, to see if you have enough evidence to take it to trial to prove that somebody did something wrong. Done. That's it.
Okay.
Anyway, going back to this whole thing, it's worth, I think, an investigation into the fact of, like, was he really making all these decisions? Because it already happened. Nothing bad happened. But you want to make sure that the next time it happens, which it could happen to this current administration, judging by some of the things that he said, you want to make sure that Melania and Eric Jr. ain't in there fucking making the calls. That's why it's important to investigate Biden, because of the future potentials, and not just for Trump, but whoever comes after this current 4 years.
With Trump, I don't know if it's a decline or if it's just he's just not a smart person. He doesn't. What you see him the other day? He just held up. He had they gave him the job numbers, and he didn't believe it, so he fired the person. And then he held up a fucking piece of cardboard that had a graph that had the lines going up or something, and he's like, "Oh, look at that." He didn't explain the board. He didn't explain the chart. He didn't tell you what it said, or anything. He just said, "See, look at this. See, we got the new numbers."
Yeah.
It's like, what is this guy even talking? He has no idea about. I mean, he was the president for 4 years. You'd think he would have learned some of this stuff, but he has no idea what he's doing. And
smarts is not his thing.
Well, I'm sorry, but if you're going to be the president, smarts is not his thing. Doesn't cut it. I'm sorry, that's not an excuse. You can't.
We've had plenty of dumb presidents. We've had plenty of
dumb. None dumber than this guy.
Who is more intelligent in your eyes, George W. Bush or
George W. Bush?
Because George W. Bush did go to, where did he go to? Harvard? He went to an Ivy League school, I think.
Well, there was an interview that I heard that there was an interview with Ben. Ben Stein. He was like his speechwriter or something. He was George W. Bush's speechwriter, something like that.
Was?
He was associated. He was affiliated with them in some way.
Okay.
And they asked him, "Is George W. Bush smart?" He goes, "He's not smarter than me, but he is very smart."
Yeah.
So he might have said some stupid words and some stupid things.
They said he was. I'm just basing his stupidity on the fact that he thought we were going to fall for the whole Iraq war thing.
Yeah, no, that was stupid.
And he got played. He got played by his VP and his cabinet bad.
And I'm not saying he's a genius at all, but what I'm saying is he's smarter than Trump. I guarantee you. Just take the fact that the fact that Trump says he's a genius and he's a brilliant mind, but whatever mind, it shouldn't be the proof that you need. Just listen to how he speaks, listen to what he says, and go by the fact that he's never released any of his grades or his IQ, any of his.
He's a Queens guy. He's not an intellectual whatsoever. I don't think anybody's claiming that he is.
That's a problem. You should be smart.
I think we've had dumb presidents in the past.
None dumber.
Yeah. Who was the guy who was the old guy who decided to give the speech in the rain because they all said he was feeble and old, and then he died a month later? That was what's his name? Who was the president? Was it Garfield that did that? One of the presidents was like, they were like, "You're too old to be president." He's like, "No, I'm not." And then he won, and he's like, "I'm going to prove you fuckers wrong." And he gave like a 4-hour speech out in the rain, caught pneumonia, and was dead in like 21 days.
William Henry Harrison, he died.
It might be
after Harrison. A month.
It was one of those. Yeah. Then it was him. Then it was probably him.
That was 100 years ago.
Yeah. Anyway, the point is, it sets up an interesting thing of like, what are these two entities going to say in these books? Because they both have something, so like saying something salacious about the other will probably help them sell books. So obviously, like, the publishers are going to be looking for those kinds of things, because essentially what this Halperin is saying is Harris going to come forward and be like, this guy was gone and they were all covering up for him, sell him down the river just to sell some books, and kind of the Biden camp is preparing for that by saying, and this is a quote here, If the Biden people decide that Kamala Harris is coming after Joe Biden, wait until you hear the Palin-esque stories about how much they tried to help her be prepared to be vice president and be in a position to run, and how they decided not happening. She's not up to this. Meaning, like, he decided to run again, basically because she's an idiot and he wasn't going to hand it over to her after all.
I got you.
So I think that's interesting. I think when you
if it's true, I mean, we got one source. If it's true, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think that's interesting. I think, I would like to know. It's almost kind of the only way you get to truth sometimes is if two people are like feuding and could possibly say something about the other, that might be true.
Maybe. Or you can get two people who are feuding and hate each other and they'll make shit up. You don't know. I mean,
just to sell books. Yeah, you really don't. You really, really don't know. The president of the United States will meet with the Russian president, Vladimir Putin.
Is this about releasing the Epstein files?
Putin. No.
Okay. Got
it. In Alaska on August 15th. Trump told reporters at the White House, we're going to have a meeting with Russia, start off with Russia, and we'll announce a location. I think the location will be a very popular one for a lot of reasons, but we'll be announcing that in a little bit. And then at some point, we just found out it was Alaska.
A big place, a popular place, beautiful place. We're going to make it net. It's like, shut up and just tell us where it is, you idiot.
Yeah. So
I hear a lot of great things about this location.
I don't know where in Alaska they're going to meet, but I could only assume it's going to be a Denny's, because if you're going to have two presidents coming together, you got to find the fanciest spot in the area.
Yeah. And if he doesn't say, well, let's make this thing a grand slam, then I don't know why they're even doing this.
Yeah, I just don't know if Alaska has anything more fancier than a Denny's. Well, you were in Alaska, right? You had
I was. They should have it on, what are they called? Not an iceberg. What are those things? The big fucking name went right out of my head.
Icebergs? Big ice?
No. The fucking huge ones that carve the land out and shit. They move very slowly. Come on, help me out in the chat. Not an iceberg, but a huge fucking piece of ice that's like part of it slides down the whatever. One of those big fucking an iceberg. Let's go. Glaciers.
Glacier.
Thank you.
Is glacier what you were going for? I knew what you were going for, and I couldn't think of the word.
You didn't even say. You couldn't get it either, right?
I couldn't get it.
Yeah, the name went right out of my head. Yep, it's gone.
As soon as you said it,
thank you, Lindarella.
I'm like, that's how Long Island formed. What was it called again? And I just couldn't get there.
They should have it on a glacier. Just put up a table and two chairs, and have them talk.
I like it. I wonder what's going to come from this. I don't know why you wouldn't have Zelensky here. I think this is a big moment. I think this is a really big deal, because Trump is starting to talk about getting fed up and putting deadlines together. Now he's got the meeting. Again, we've seen, just judging by him and Zelensky and that whole thing that blew up really quickly, is he going to be able to hang in there with Putin, he's said he's voiced his displeasure with? So is he going to be able,
pleased with him? Oh no.
Is he going to be able to diplomatically handle this? Because I don't think diplomacy is necessarily a strong suit of his. With this whole chaos, blow it up and then take it down and figure out where you want it. That's not necessarily, I'm nervous about this, because I'm worried that it could get out. Like, you have to have, diplomacy is a real skill.
Yeah.
You got to be able to get this guy to stop what he's doing and not make him lose face. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, like, it would be so easy if we could just whack this guy and be fucking done with it. I don't think his own people would care if we clipped Putin. And, if we told Russia, no, he didn't make it. If we gave Russia the fucking payphone outside the diner phone call, yeah, we ran into a little trouble. Yeah, he just didn't he didn't make it, like in Goodfellas.
Right.
I don't think anybody in Russia would be like, shit, we got to strike back at the US. I think they would all be kind of like, all right, let's pick a new leader and just move on with everything.
Maybe, but
that's a dangerous game to play. You can't just do that. So you got to have Vladimir Putin save face. It's like negotiating with children. I feel like you got to make it seem like it's their idea and that they won when you really got what you needed.
Well, that's the problem. Trump wants to give away parts of the Ukraine just because Russia just wants it back. And it's like, no, it's not how any of this works. So you can't. Zelensky and Ukraine are not going to give up land. That's the whole point.
Does he want to? I don't know. I mean, I know he said the thing of like, they should just give. At some point, he said something like they should give them what they want or something like that. But he hasn't backed that up. He's basically said he wants to stop this war, that all these people are dying for no reason, which he's not wrong about.
Who's going to say they want the war to keep going? I mean, besides Putin, he says we want. He ran on. We're going to stop the wars. And now there's how many wars going on?
Well, that's my point. I think you're saying like he's Putin's bitch, which a lot of people say. But I think more important than whatever he owes Putin is he made a promise and he doesn't want to look. He needs to save face and deliver on it. I think that's.
However, he makes a million promises and none of them. He never holds to them. Name one promise he fulfilled. I can't. I mean, he's not the. I make a million. I'm going to make all these promises, and I'm going to hold to them. Release the Epstein files. There are no Epstein files. We're not going to release anything. Build a wall. We're not going to. Well, we're going to build a wall. We're not going to build a wall. Mexico's going to pay for it, and they're not going to pay for it. So he's not the. I'm going to I'm going to promise you everything and deliver. He's not that guy. Let me say whatever I have to say to win the election. Is what he is. And I remember. I feel like. There was a speech, I could be way off here, I could be misremembering it, where he said, the LGBTQ community, I'm going to be your ally, and you're going to, we're going to pull for you, I'm going to be your friend and everything. I feel like that was a speech. Did he say that?
I don't know.
I feel like maybe there was. And now, did you hear what he did, the latest fucking move?
Well, before you say the latest move, Christella proving you wrong here. Tax breaks for the rich. He fulfilled that promise. So nailed you on that one. Yeah, gotcha.
Stand correct.
How's it feel, Frank? How's it feel?
It's humbling. It's humbling. Thank you.
Good for you, Christella. I'm gonna get a Team Christella shirt because I'm on Team Christella lately.
Christella's been nailing it.
Go ahead. What did he do?
His latest
LGBTQ people.
His latest cruelty for the sake of cruelty. He canceled trans what's it called?
Siberian Orchestra? Because I'll fucking march with you tomorrow if that's true. I love that goddamn Christmas song, my man. Sorry.
Yes.
That was good. You're angry at Trump, but that was pretty. You're gonna come back years later and go, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra bit wasn't bad. All right, go ahead.
I might. Servicemen and women in the army. There are people who retire from the army. He canceled their retirement pay. People who have already served, put their time into the military. He's not giving them he canceled it today. Or today or yesterday.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that true though? Is that a real thing?
Well, look it up. I saw it a few places. There are congressmen and women who are
Did you see it outside of MSNBC though?
Retweeting it. Go ahead, just look it up.
Okay. Trump
military retirement. Look that up and see if he canceled.
Military retirement. We're Googling.
Google it up. This is along the lines of canceling the, LGBTQ suicide hotline just for the sake of being a cruel asshole.
Ooh, what do you think? Is that too big? Is that not big enough?
I can't even see it. There we go. I still can't see it, but okay, it's a little bigger.
Okay. Air Force denies early retirement for group of transgender service members. Air Force revokes approved retirement for trans service members. U.S. Air Force to deny retirement pay to transgender service members. I got NBC, 2 NBCs and 1 CNN. Bless you. Okay, let's go with the AP. Not that they're the best, but I believe they're still pretty journalists over there. U.S. Air Force said Thursday it would deny all transgender service members who have served between 15 and 18 years the option to retire early and would instead separate them without retirement benefits. One Air Force sergeant said he was betrayed and devastated by the move. The move means that transgender service members will now be faced with the choice of either taking a lump sum separation payment offered to junior troops or be removed from the service. An Air Force spokesperson told the Associated Press that although service members with 15 to 18 years of honorable service were permitted to apply for an exception to policy, none of the exceptions to the policy were approved. About a dozen service members have been prematurely notified that they would be able to retire before that decision was reversed, according to a spokesperson who spoke on a condition of anonymity to discuss internal Air Force policy. A memo issued Monday announcing the new policy, which was reviewed by the AP, said that the choice to deny retirement benefits was made after careful consideration of the individual applicants. All transgender members of the Air Force are being separated from service under the Trump administration's policies.
Boom.
The move comes after the Pentagon gave permission in early May by the Supreme Court to move forward with a ban on all transgender troops serving in the military. Oh, God, are we back to this crap? Days later, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth announced a policy that would offer currently openly serving transgender troops the option to either volunteer to leave and take a large one-time separation payout or be involuntarily separated at a later date. A Pentagon official told reporters in May that they viewed the policy as treating anyone impacted by it with dignity and respect. However, in late July, transgender troops told military.com that they were finding the entire separation process, which has included reverting their service records back to their birth gender, dehumanizing or open cruelty. I have to agree. They're just
attacking groups of people for no other reason than this 5-time draft dodging piece of shit is telling people who want to serve and want to serve their country for years, that make it their careers, and want to serve proudly that they're no longer able to. Why? I mean, why? I know you're the president, but what are you basing it on?
Yeah. I have to tell you, I agree, because it's like if anybody is willing to sacrifice their life, whether it's on the combat front lines, wherever we may wind up one day, or running security in an area like the Middle East or Israel or whatever, on a military base overseas, down to if you just take the garbage out at the most safe base tucked safely inside the United States of America.
Whoever.
Like, you're offering up your life for the country. Who cares if you have boobs and a dick at the same time? Like, it doesn't make
every
you less
service
of a
person,
patriot.
Every military person is voluntary.
Yeah.
Every one of them. So to want to do something like that with your life, that's a very special thing. And to have some asshole come in and say you're ineligible because I don't like what you're doing with your body, go fuck yourself. That's such bigoted. He's a bigot. That's all that is. It's just you have a bigot running the country.
I agree. You know, again, and this is I've talked about this often. The pendulum, and this is where party politics always goes wrong. It always goes wrong. It's like, do we need to force any sort of sexuality, whether it be transgender, heterosexual, homosexual, whatever, onto kindergartners? I don't know. It's up for debate, and we can have that conversation. And you start talking about an issue on those terms, and then all of a sudden you're banning transgender people in the military. It's like,
which is not even, it's not even the same conversation.
It's not.
It's a ridiculous thing. And he's just, what? Because he sees trans people as woke or so. Oh, I'm anti-woke. Go get out of here.
No,
I would love to have him. I would love to put him in a room with trans military people and have him explain to them why he's kicking them out.
Yeah, I agree with that. Not to defend him or anybody else. I just think they see this as something that excites their base, and that's why they're
Yeah.
doing. Because again, if you go back to his track record, he was friends with the Kardashian. What was her name? Caitlyn Jenner. He was friends with
Mhm.
Caitlyn. Didn't he say Caitlyn could use my bathroom, whatever? And he was doing this while simultaneously supporting that bill that the trans people couldn't use the bathrooms at the. It's just political for these people. I really feel that way. You know, I think that it's the anti-gay thing all over again. Gays in the military, don't ask, don't tell. Like we
Yeah.
got rid of all that crap finally, and they're putting us back into that box. I don't
Everything
understand it.
everything he wants to do is bringing us backwards in time. He wants to go back to like the 50s and make it, you know, just make everything more difficult for minorities, people, people who he feels don't deserve the same equal treatment. I'm sorry, but that's what he's doing. Trans people, whoever undocumented, everybody deserves the same level of treatment, the same respect. I don't understand why that's so hard for everyone to grasp. I don't get it. And as long as I live, no one, you can't explain it to me why someone can look at one person and then look at the other and go, well, this person deserves more rights than this person. It's like, what are you talking about? Doesn't make any sense.
Another thing he did today was I think he directed the military to engage with the drug cartels, or gave the okay for them to essentially fire on the drug cartels if they need to down in Mexico. And a lot of the buzz online that I was reading are like, it's something that no president has done before. And people were kind of like, is this the sign of a crazy person? Because there are people out there that are saying, what's to stop the drug cartel from trying to kill the president? Like, these are the type of people that would be crazy enough to do this. You know, like, they're not going to be like, essentially, the drug cartels of Mexico, who have been sneaking drugs into this country for years and years and years, they're so cutthroat that they're not going to stop doing what they're doing, stop making the money that they're making and the power that they're accumulating in our neighboring country, just because the president of the United States tells them to. Like, that's not going to strike fear into anybody's hearts. They're worried that it's going to cause them to come after him.
What, that firing on? What do you mean, firing on them?
Yeah, that him basically doing what no president has done yet, which is to tell the military to engage with these people, these cartels. Again, Obama didn't do it, Biden didn't do it, Bush didn't do it, Reagan didn't do it, right? And Reagan was the big war on drugs guy. He didn't do it. Trump is like, go ahead and do it, and people are starting to be like, they're gonna make an attempt on him. Like, there's no way they're not going to. They're not just going to cower because the greatest military in the world is now breathing down their necks. Like, they're going to try and stop it. They're not going to just take this lying down.
And I feel like, doesn't the military engage with anybody who engages with them? I mean, that's just going to sit there and not engage if they're attacked.
Well, it's not that if they're attacked, though. See, that's the thing. Like, basically, he gave credence for them to just go in there and start the engagement.
So he gave the order for our military to cross into Mexico, to leave, to enter into another country and start attacking people.
He didn't say go do this, but he basically said they can. Like, if this is what it's going to take to stop the drug trade from coming in, if they were to go and they were to get entangled with them, they can strike back. They're allowed to strike back. Or,
well, isn't there some kind of like, oh, I don't know, it's not your country, you can't just walk in here and start shooting people?
It's gray area, right? Because even though they might be drug cartel or really bad people, they're Mexican citizens, and you're
not in America. Yeah, you're not in a war zone. You're just. Yeah. Listen, I'm all for the bad guys have got to be held accountable and whatever, but you can't just walk into another country and start firing on people. There's rules of engagement. There's codes. There's Geneva Convention. There's all this kind of stuff that you have to follow so you're not committing war crimes. You can't just walk into another country and start hunting people down. You can't just send your army into another country. Imagine if any other country just sent their army into America to start shooting people, just start busting down doors and stuff.
I mean, he's basically saying the drug issue has been going on for so long. It's worth this extreme measure is kind of that's what he's saying. I don't know.
Okay.
Could be the thing that, again, if that weird skinny kid in Pennsylvania was able to get really close to him, like you're talking about people who are in the business of killing people, family members. I mean, look at all the horror, every bad thing you can think of, a Mexican drug cartel has done to somebody.
No, nobody wants any of that. Nobody wants people to attack the president. No, that's no political violence. We don't want that.
You're not rooting for that? You're not like,
no,
I wish they get a good shot.
No,
I wish they get a good shot. You're not thinking that?
No, I don't.
You're not there yet?
I don't want anybody to. No, that's
not even
terrible.
The president that you hate.
No, what the fuck? How many times?
In 2 weeks, and that'll change in 2 weeks.
No, he's a horrible, miserable piece of shit, bigot, asshole. But no, I don't want anybody to shoot him. No.
All right, honest opinion in the chat. Write 1 if you think Frankie's telling the truth right now.
No,
write 2 if you think he's lying to you.
Don't write anything, people, because I'm not lying. I don't want anybody shot. I don't want anybody killed. No.
Okay. All right. I'm surprised. I'm stunned.
Why would I want that? No, I don't want to see anybody get killed. No.
Okay.
There's no room for political violence. I still believe in democracy and people being voted in and out. That's what I believe. I don't believe in violence in any way.
All right. Well, Paul thinks you're telling the truth, and so does Robin. But some people are disagreeing here. I can't read that name, but that's...
Here an ass.
Miss Justice is on your side. Flying Y is not.
Flying Y, I'm telling the truth. And okay. Neil, I'm telling the truth.
All right. Frank's telling the truth. I believe him. Usually he's...
I don't wish that on anybody.
Okay. I thought you were going to say something else. You sound like you had another point to make there. Wrap it all up.
No, I'm wondering about this lady's diarrhea on the plane.
Okay. By the way, talk about a sacrifice. Okay. Our military sacrifices for us on a daily basis. Yeah. I sacrifice for all of you having to listen to this 12-minute story that I will summarize for you and have the same impact in 45 seconds. Okay. This is a 45-second story that took this girl 12 minutes to tell. It was horrible, Frank. It was horrible.
The worst videos, I'm sorry, but the worst videos out there are the ones that are like, the reason you're watching the video is like you see a clip or you see like a still image and it's like, oh, that looks interesting. You press it and it gets just before the interesting part. And then it cuts to, well, let's tell you how it got here. And then it's like 10 minutes before they show you the actual clips. Like, fuck you. Yeah. Show me the clip. I don't care about your explanation. I don't want to hear you putting together your sound air check for whatever. I don't care. just show me the clip, please.
Yeah. If I wanted to hear how we got here, I would have clicked on that video to see how we got to this place. I want to know what the new thing is. That's what I clicked on it for, you fuckers. Oh, I hate them.
Right.
I hate those videos, so Frank. I'm with you on that. I fucking hate those videos.
They're the same as the articles. Click on any article these days. The point of the article is 4 or 5 paragraphs down.
I almost put my fist to the computer the other day. I had a little meltdown with the Howard Stern story. Just before we get into the diarrhea thing. Do you know about this? Should I quick recap?
I know a little bit about it. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'll give you a quick recap. 20 seconds.
I don't know the ins and outs. Go ahead.
The Sun reported on this story that they had a source familiar, which is like I've said before, is either Howard Stern's agent or it's somebody at Sirius XM. There's no mystery. You're right. It's one of those two leaked it to the Sun.
Is it Baba Booey?
No. That they were going to not renew his contract if they couldn't come to a financial agreement with him. I guess they're negotiating right now. His deal is up at the end of the year. They're not getting anywhere. So they're like, we might not re-sign him, essentially. That turned into they could cancel the Howard Stern show at the end of the year. which turned into every fucking news article writing Howard Stern show canceled. I mean, the journalism is almost near dead when it comes to things that are not like significantly important. Like we're not talking about a war here.
Were they news articles that were saying it, or was it just some schmuck that wrote it?
No, it was news art. It was some fairly prominent outlets that were like Howard Stern show canceled. Some of the responsible ones started writing Howard Stern show to be canceled. But I really strongly feel like if you just don't re-sign or re-up somebody, that's technically not, that's not canceling. Canceling is we're paying you, but we're not allowing you to do a show anymore. That's canceled. Or we agreed to do your show until this time, but we're going to stop it earlier. That's canceling something. That we're just not re-signing you because it doesn't work for us economically anymore is, I guess you could say, kind of canceling, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Anyway, to this point that we're talking about here, I see an article today. Howard Stern breaks his silence for the first time since, cancellation rumors. And I'm like, I'm going to click on this and they're going to talk about what I already know, which is him not breaking his silence on what this is. And I was right. The story was, so the rumor comes out Sunday night or whatever it was, Tuesday night. Wednesday morning, because he's off for the summer, Wednesday morning, he does a surprise show to announce Metallica is getting a channel on Sirius XM. And so he talked to Lars about what the channel is going to be. He never mentioned anything about his contract or anything else. And I was like, it's going to be about that. And sure enough, I read the whole thing just to confirm that I was right. And I almost put my fist through the fucking computer screen because I was like,
so it has nothing to do with the cancellation.
Nothing. That's not breaking your side. Technically, I get it. He did a show for the first time, but he didn't comment on it. What are you getting out? You're just getting a click. You're dead to me now. I'm never clicking on your shit or reading your paper or your blog ever again in the future. I don't understand why people are so short-sighted when it comes to these things. Fucking
you don't want to piss off. You don't want to piss off the people who your audience. So why would you do that? I mean, every time I open an article, at least to be fair, the articles that I read, like when I read an article, they get to the point and the point is in there, but it's like, let's say the article is, rigatoni is the best pasta. Like you want to hear about rigatoni. You don't want to hear about, well, pasta dates back to the whatever century and the history of pasta. Right. When you make pasta, you want to put eggs in it. It's like, no, tell me about the rigatoni. That's why I clicked on the fucking article. That's what I want to hear. Just give me the fucking 3 sentences or 4 paragraphs. Even if it's a 10 paragraphs, I don't care. Start with that. Don't start with the history of everything. And articles date back to the late 1800s when articles were, no, I don't care about the history of life when I read about, whatever story. I'm not looking for that. Just give me the fucking plot. Yeah. You're not Stephen King. I'm not looking for the novel here. Just give me the point.
Agree. I'm going to write an article, by the way, on why fusilli is the best pasta to use when making comedian statues. So that's coming soon. Look for that, everybody.
Because they're silly.
You said something once that is so hysterical and so true, and I actually practice it to this day, is when you're clicking on an article, just skip to the 4th paragraph if you want to read what it's really about. And that's so
I never read the first 3 or 4 paragraphs. I never read them. I go ooh, right down to the bottom, and I go, oh, there it is.
Yep.
The first 3 or 4 paragraphs are a waste of time.
I don't know why people do it, too. I really don't know why people do it. All right. So anyway, Megan Reinertsen, it's kind of that's the name of somebody who would shit on a plane. Right. Megan Reinertsen tells this story, and she was coming from Portugal or some foreign country. So she's flying back, and she's flying to a place for a movie premiere because I guess she works on the movies, just something editing or some shit. So they're doing the movie premiere, and she goes and she starts to feel a little ill, starts to feel a little sick, and is like stuck in that weird place of like, she's got to get on the plane. She doesn't have time to go to the bathroom before she goes to the plane. She got to get through security, got to do all this stuff. She thinks she might have 5 minutes, but then she's out of it. And then, you can't go to the bathroom on takeoff. So she's just holding it in. And you know what that feels like when it's like, oh, it's gurgling, it feels liquidy, it's moving around. Right. So she finally gets to a point where Fasten seatbelt sign comes off. They're in the air, and she just runs to the bathroom. Right now, as she describes this, just a flood of diarrhea immediately right off the bat. And then
Wait, she made it to the bathroom or no?
she made it to the bathroom,
Okay.
flooded diarrhea into the bathroom. She said it smelled horrific, and clearly she had a bug or ate something wet or whatever it was. And so now she's starting to feel a little nauseous and queasy, like there's more to come, but she's worried that she's going to throw up. So in her mind, and this was the funniest part of her video, she's trying to decide whether or not she pukes on the floor or turns around to puke in the toilet and possibly poops on the floor, right? Because
You go for the sink. The sink's got to be right there.
But she said the sink was this big. Again, you don't forget you're on an airplane bathroom.
Better than the floor.
I agree, but I don't think it's really going anywhere because that sink pressure is like, it's like a little piddle. It's like just nothing. You're not going to.
Well, whatever. I'd rather puke it. You poop. You stay pooping. You stay sitting.
Yeah.
And you puke in the sink.
Yeah. Well, she's a girl too. She doesn't have a wiener to deal with. I feel like you could almost just try and get it in between your legs if you got enough space there.
Yeah, but if you're talking diarrhea, it takes the wiener's not even a part of the equation.
True.
We're talking sitting and puking at the same time. You lean, you lean to the sink and you stay seated.
Well, she's having a panic attack. So she's like, I can't do this. So she decides in a moment of pure desperation to open the door and scream, "Help me."
Oh no.
So the flight stewardess comes over, very nice young woman as she describes it, and says, "Okay, ma'am, what do you need?" And she's like, "I'm going to throw up. Can you, now the flight attendant could obviously smell what's happening there, realizes there's a problem. So she rushes to get a vomit bag, gives her the vomit bag, and starts to like, what's wrong? Are you okay? So she starts to tell her, I'm violently ill. And now the reason why I said it was Portugal, wherever she was coming from, Prague, I can't remember, but it's kind of an important part of the story because now, when you travel abroad, sometimes you catch an illness or something. It could be spreading so they need to know. So they said, where are you coming from? She tells the flight attendant where she's coming from. Flight attendant goes, okay. She goes, take as long as you need. Stay in there, until you feel okay to come out. Okay. So now she claims that she was in the restroom for an hour and a half to 2 hours. And that it was a consistently, she was in there for a reason. Like she could not leave. So yeah. This an hour and a half in, the stewardess knocks on the door and she's like, listen, the pilot has given you special clearance to stay in there while we land the plane because they're coming up on the destination they're going to. So she's like, okay. And so then 5 minutes later, she knocks on it. She's like, brace for landing. And she's like, what am I supposed to grab and hold on? Like, she's like, I don't
There's
even
no
know.
seatbelt.
Yeah. So they land the plane. And now
so the diarrhea didn't ground the plane.
Well, wait. So they land the plane and the stewardess is like, take as long as you need. You could you take your time. And she's like, great. Because now she's like, I don't want to get off the plane and have to face all these people. So her plan was to just stay in the bathroom until the whole plane cleared out. But she says to her, aren't you guys flying somewhere else? And the flight attendant breaks it to her and goes, no, we're not. There's no other leg because the hazmat team has to come in here to clean everything up. Because I guess even if she got it all in there, it's still, again, if she caught a bug or a foreign virus or something like that, they can't just put everybody on that plane and circulate that air around again. That the hazmat team's got to come in and totally clean everything that she touched or breathed on.
Well, then wouldn't everybody on that plane not be allowed to just get off the plane? And
I mean, I guess there's a difference between if you or whatever, and it's like the poop is on, like it's still there. Everything is still there. Like I think she was quarantined in the thing, but then it's like you can't just like close that bathroom or just have it on the plane. Like they got to get rid of it, you know. So
Yes.
that's what happens. But the funny part about it was she still had to go to like baggage claim, and the fact that like everybody else was there, and then here comes this girl. They were like, "Oh, there's the poop girl. Like, there's the person who caused all this trouble and was shitting and yelling out like, 'Help me, help me.'" So yeah, she literally caused the grounding of the jet because the next flight to wherever that plane was going next did indeed get canceled. It got totally canceled. So she found that all out like after the fact.
That's epic.
That's pretty big. That's a pretty, yeah.
That deserves a plaque in the airport.
No shit. Like think of all the
Yes, shit.
think of all the massive diarrhea dumps that you've taken in your lifetime. You cannot
I've never
say-
grounded a plane.
Exactly. You can't exactly.
That's on my bucket list.
She is this like petite little blonde, like not like if I told you, Frank, I grounded a plane with my diarrhea, you'd be like, yeah, okay, that plays. That makes
tracks.
sense. Right. If this little, like this just little girl, like young woman, you know, like she grounded the plane, you'd be like, yeah, I don't know about that. It seems a little outlandish, but yeah, that's what happened to her.
That's something she's never gonna live down. But hey, what's great is she did a TikTok or whatever the hell, and she's talking about it. So that's
2 videos to tell the story. So I saved you a lot of time. 10 million views, over 10 million views between both the videos on this story. Yeah.
oh man. Well, next time I take a flight, I'll eat some Taco Bell before I get on the plane.
I don't eat anything before I go on.
Oh, I don't eat for hours before I get on a plane.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't have the motion. You got motion sickness? What do you have?
Motion
Yeah.
sickness.
I don't have the motion sickness you have. I still don't like going in there just totally stuck, which is amazing because when you have kids, you realize this. Those motherfuckers don't stop eating ever. And they're just like chips and bagels and like whatever garbage, candy. They're just like throwing all. And I'm like, you're going to die. Like, you can't do this when you're 40. Like, you'll die. If I ate what my kids ate, I would be dead as soon as we hit our cruising altitude. Dead.
Well, I'm sure you ate like that when you were a kid.
Maybe. I don't know. I just don't remember eating a lot or eating airport food to begin with, you know? So
Well,
kind
how
of
often were you in the airport?
Yeah, that's true. We have to talk about this WNBA thing. This is not a research story.
Good. So it's going to be loaded with facts.
Well, I'm hoping that you or somebody can help me out here. There's been this like trend in the WNBA over the last couple of weeks or days where people are just throwing dildos on the court. Why is that happening?
What?
Yeah, I swear to God. It's full on memes now with the fact that just so many people they're just throwing dildos on the court. I think like the 4th or 5th time it's happened in the last couple of weeks. And I don't get okay, dildos are funny. I understand women play in the NBA. I understand women use dildos. I don't understand.
Why is this a thing?
I don't know. That's what I don't get. Like, I don't understand what's
why I didn't get the joke. I think it was one of the late night things. They made a joke about Trump on the roof throwing dildos at women playing. I didn't know what the hell they were talking about.
Yeah.
I was like, why don't I get that? But now I get it. All right. But I
think Don Jr. like retweeted that or something today because I saw an article about that he retweeted. Don Jr. like retweeted that conspiracy theory or whatever stupid thing.
I don't know, man. I don't know how it started or why.
Yeah, and I'm with Paul here. It feels disrespectful. Like you know, it feels weird, and like to me, this is what's the word? Is it misogyny? I don't know if this is misogyny. Sure. It feels anti-woman.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
Then what's like? Why aren't these same people throwing fleshlights out onto the WNBA? You know, floor?
On the NBA.
Sorry, the NBA floor. Yeah, like that would be, you know, I don't.
Well, yeah. So is it like a lot? Is it happening all the time at different games around the country?
Well, I don't know if it's happening in the same place, but 4 to 5 times is what I heard. It's happening
4 to 5 times. So this could just be one asshole doing this, or it could be like a a bunch of people or what? We don't
That's
know.
what I think. Like, is it the next influencer group or comedy website or person that's trying to make that they're going to come out and be like, hey, we're the dildo people? I don't know. Nobody's like claimed responsibility. If I'm talking about it like it's a terrorist attack, nobody's claimed responsibility for it from what I could tell, right now. But it feels like Paul's all over me suddenly and as woke. I'm not woke. I'm trying to understand the bit. I get it. I get, again, women and dildo connection. I understand that. I don't understand why it's funny. Like, is it funny just to have a dildo in a public space, then throw a dildo on the NBA court, then, or like I said, a
low brow.
I'm not like trying to make it like that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to make it, well, it's gotta be, but it seems really disrespectful to the women to do it. And I don't understand the comedic element to it.
I don't get it either. And I hope it's just some one asshole and he stops, or he's just not. Oh, I don't want to see this catch on.
Now that's funny. Now, if people were throwing dildos at our elected officials, that I could get behind, because they're a joke. Like,
no, what I want to see is press conferences where the microphone, at least one reporter holds a dildo as a microphone in the person's face.
I like that.
And there's all these microphones coming in at different angles, and there's one guy like this. Yeah, can you speak right into that would be great.
You know what always made me laugh? When Tom Green would be interviewing somebody and he would like push the microphone like a little, like just like randomly like up here, and they'd be like, they're like, okay,
yeah. Did he start?
Where'd you go? I lost you there. There you go. Yeah.
I feel like, was that his thing? Did he start that?
That's a great question. That was the first time I saw it. I don't know if he got that bit from somebody else.
I don't know, but that's a good one. Because if Congress or president or whoever is not going to take their job seriously, we shouldn't take them seriously. We should just put dildos in their faces. I'm fine with that.
I agree. I feel like it's my responsibility to make the world right. Maybe this October, when the Knicks come back, me and you will go to a game and we'll just launch a huge fake vagina on the court.
If you're buying.
And then be like, get it? Because of the dildo thing? Like, we're freedom fighters. We're fighting for women's rights here. I think we get
equality is what it is.
It's equality. I think we get a lot of heat. I think we get a lot of downloads, a lot of views.
That's probably true.
So if anybody could tell me why they're throwing dildos on the court, or explain the joke to me, I'd really appreciate that, because I want to be in on the fun stuff. I want to be with the cool people, I
don't see the joke.
That was facetious.
No.
Here's what's working on OnlyFans right now. This was a study. You know what I like, Frank? Tariffs, the economy. We're arguing over raising rates, dropping rates, all this stuff. But we have a group of people studying what works best on OnlyFans and coming to real conclusions, like backing it up with evidence.
Well, I'm sure the people it's a business after all. I'm sure the people of OnlyFans are doing this kind of research anyway. They're probably not, right? I mean, they would want to see. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, because they don't control really the content. They just, all right, they don't. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure there are rules, but there's not as many. I don't know. But, I'm sure they're doing research on what works and what kind of, maybe what they should be advertising it's for and all that stuff. So who did this research? Who's...
Yeah, good point. So this doesn't come from OnlyFans, but to your point, they know what works on their platform, and that's what they're like. Instagram. You a guy? Here's a titty girl. Like, they're going to serve you what they think that you're into to get you to buy and spend more money on their platform,
Right.
But so to your point, so this comes from Super Creator, which is an independent organization from OnlyFans. They studied what is obviously working on the platform and have discovered, this is very interesting, because what do people always love? Like, if you ask a woman, like, what kind of man are you into? Tall, dark, and handsome. Tall is always a big thing. what Super Creator found from their study was shorter women. Obviously, this is naked. Naked is standard, right? It's got to be naked. But that shorter women, including small people like dwarfs or little people, whatever they want to be referred to as, are earning up to 34% more subscribers, with fans who spend 30 to 45% more interacting and stick around nearly twice as long. So they're saying if you're around 4 feet or less, so I don't know what the cutoff is for being a
I
little
don't know
person,
what that. Yeah.
but let's say 4 feet is above technically that. Like even if you're so, in other words, like if you're 5'1", you're probably making and earning more money than a girl on there who's 6 foot tall.
Okay.
Why is that? Like, don't you find that to be like one of those things where you're like, oh, why is that happening? Like, is there a short fetish that we just didn't know existed amongst the population all of a sudden that like,
I don't know. I mean, we knew about the naked thing. Every OnlyFans
is naked. Yeah. You got it. Yeah.
What else? I mean, honest question.
Yeah.
What other content is on OnlyFans other than naked stuff?
Well, there's people that don't do nudity. Like, I feel like there's like celebrities and like I think Cardi B is on there or Nicki Minaj. I forget. I always confuse. I don't know.
All right. And they probably give whatever content or whatever, but like.
Right. So people are paying for some of that. But I do think there's a lot of clothed people on there that are just they're using it like a pacer. Like if you want to hear these crazy stories or whatever, you pay for this and you get it kind of thing. So,
right.
But yeah, I don't know. I find this endlessly fascinating and frankly a win for the short community out there, because being 5'7" as a man, I was on the short people. Like nobody ever was like, oh, thank God he's so short. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like us short people don't win often. And even though this is OnlyFans, this is a win for the short community. I feel like you guys are earning, a big
so when are you joining?
More. Oh, soon. Very, very soon. I just don't know what, as a man, what do you show? You show penis or butthole? Like where are we going to make our money here? I just don't know yet. But once we get that figured out.
Is feet? I'm sure feet's a whole thing.
Maybe feet is a whole thing. Yeah, maybe feet is a whole thing. But I just think it's interesting that shorter people are noticeably and proportionately out earning the taller people in amount of subscribers, how long they're subscribed for, and how much they're rated. Like it's a clean sweep. It's not even close. They're just crushing the game right now.
Interesting. I wonder what they consider to be tall. I guess just taller people. Like is 5'7" in the OnlyFans world a tall person?
I wonder. Yeah, if they're like, this girl's hot, but she's like 5'6", and it's such a terrible. This girl would be so much hotter if she was 4 inches shorter. Like, is that what people are saying?
I don't know.
OnlyFans.
We should ask J Sabs, our resident OnlyFans expert.
And it's funny. Height. Okay, Cuddles is 6 inches shorter than me, and I'm very happy with that. But it was never something that was, as somebody out there dating, I was just trying to find somebody dumb enough to fall in love with me. I was never like, oh, I hope she's
nice.
But that's the truth. I was just like, who's dumb enough to go for this? I was never going to be like, oh my God, she's taller than me. It's not going to work. I don't, I think I've obviously hooked up with people that are taller than me, but not like freakishly tall, like not like 7 inches taller than me. So I understand there's a thing there, but height was never a super important thing to me. Was it for you? Like, was it like when you were with a girl who was tall, where you're like, I wish she was just a little shorter?
No, I never was like, the height never really was like a deciding factor, because it was never.
You're like me. You're just desperate to find anybody, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
But like anybody I ever dated or anything was never that much. I don't think anybody was ever taller than I was. If I can, I don't think that happened. But I mean, they were all. I feel like everybody was shorter than me, but not by much, and it wasn't a big,
The one
difference.
time you hooked up with a taller person, I don't know if you remember this, Vegas, remember? And then we found out a couple of days later she had a penis. That was the only time I could think of.
I don't know why I don't remember that.
Just saying that because Erin has entered the green room and she can hear now. I'm just trying to cause some problems. Ignore me.
Good job.
Pay no mind.
What?
What did you say, Erin?
No, I'm just happy that you guys remember that. It's good that one of you remembered that.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that.
The dude that he hooked up with in Vegas? It was, yeah. Well, I remember saying that girl is not only tall, but has a really big Adam's apple. You sure you want to do this? And you told me to mind my own fucking business, is how I remember.
That I remember.
Yeah. You said,
just back the fuck off, man.
Stop being a jealous friend, you prick, and sent me away. That's how I remember that conversation going down.
Exactly.
Last topic before we get into a game time here, Frankie C. They laid Brian Wilson to rest today. We know this because his daughter tweeted a photo of lovely flower arrangement at the gravesite of where it happened, but he died 2 months ago.
He did.
That's a long... What
yeah,
happened?
why? Unless that picture is old?
No, it happened today. It was from... Yeah, no, it wasn't like she was like, oh, this was from months ago. This was like today we laid... dad down to rest. So I did some investigating and it turns out they just forgot. They totally forgot.
I knew we had to do something.
They wheeled him in and then Trump did something and everybody got, it was the Epstein thing. Trump said the Epstein list doesn't exist and everybody was like, oh, you fucking crazy? What? And then one guy was like, there was something we were supposed to, oh, son of a bitch. And then went and got Brian out of the freezer, out of there and threw him in the ground.
What the hell were they doing with him for 2 months?
I read every article on this. There was no explanation as to why they waited 2 months. None whatsoever. She didn't offer anything. By the way, you could find her on Instagram. She put the picture on Instagram. Just search Brian Wilson's daughter. And she didn't give a reason. And I feel like that's a little irresponsible on her part. Like if you're going to wait 2 months to bury perhaps the greatest songwriter we've ever known, you should have to. I know you want your privacy, and I feel like everybody gave it to you over the last 2 months. You come back out with the first public thing. Just give us a little background as to why you waited this long. Because now we're all just, this is going to drive me fucking crazy all week. I'm not going to be able to sleep until I get
a weird one.
Yeah, I really think they forgot him. I think it was the Epstein list, but that's just me. I don't know.
Maybe they weren't done with the tour. The Beach Boys. We still got 2 months left of the tour, all right?
We can't break up.
And you signed a contract, so
yeah. We've already spent the money for the next 6 dates we have, so it's got to wait.
So he's coming out with us, and when we get back from the tour, we'll bury him.
We'll figure it out. We'll find some time. Yeah, you make a joke, but that's true with some of those touring artists. They don't
stop, man.
That was a Billy Joel. Not to give you a spoiler alert. He fucking was broke. I won't tell you how or why. He was
gambling
broke. No, I don't want. Well, I can't spoil it. Do you want me to spoil it? You're not going to watch it.
Did he just leave it on a bus? How did he lose his money?
He left it on the Greyhound. He got off halfway through the Hudson line, and the money was still on the Greyhound bus. That's how he lost it. Very
good. He invested it in some Italian restaurant, which went under.
Went belly up. Something about they could never figure out what bottle they wanted to serve, red or white. It became a whole thing. The whole restaurant just went downhill.
They couldn't land on a thing. That's fucked up.
I'll tell you what it is if you want to know, but I got to.
Someone started a fire.
Wait, we're getting it. Don't spoil it.
Okay, I'm not going to spoil it. Turns out
in the chat.
He started the fire. He was responsible. He
started the fire. Yeah. He had no insurance, and that was it.
Thought he let his insurance lapse. That's what the problem was.
It was on the Easter Alexa, the down Easter Alexa, and that whole thing just went right down.
Expensive. Boats are really expensive.
Right.
So that's it. You got anything else, Frankie C? I know you like to complain about the president. Did we get all your complaints in? Did you get everything?
Not even close, but I'll shelve it for now.
Okay. All right. You let me know. because we can
All
always,
right.
this is your therapy couch. I feel you get it all out here.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Of
Give me
course.
1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Frank's gonna go create a replica of the young lady on the airline plane right now, I think. Erin C., how are you doing? How have you been?
I'm good, thanks. How are you? How are you?
I'm doing good.
You and tiny cuddles.
You
She's
are
so tiny.
she is, yeah. You seem like you're in a really good mood. Are you drinking or are you just
No,
excited
I'm
about
not.
Blind Top 5?
I'm
Okay.
just excited for Blind Top 5. But
I'm
I cut you
excited.
off. What are you gonna say?
No, that was it. I'm excited too. I'm excited to. Oh, well, this is a good time to talk about this too. Even though we promised each other we would fill out all the details before we told everybody, but
Oh yeah, I
Why?
forgot about this.
why do that?
Oh.
Is that still a go? Are we still doing that?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right. So for the faithful, because obviously you have to be if you're still listening at 90 minutes in.
God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you. Thanks for all the support, by the way. Hope you like and share the video because the algorithm may need the help. We're going on vacation, and
Not me and Ann.
me and Aaron are going on vacation. Frank, I got news for you.
I'm holding down the fort.
Frank, I don't know what to put up here, the spoiler alert or the cock alert, but me and your wife are going on a cruise. Now,
With my hockey cock.
Hockey cock. I love it. Did you see, not that I expected you to see, but the end of last episode, the AOA holes were so on fire with coming up with band names, like replacing band names with cuck. Like Cucka Smith for Aerosmith and Cucktalica. Like it was, if I didn't stop the show, we'd still be here from Wednesday night. They were just flying out, all of them. Robin, Neil, Paul, Miss it was
Wow.
It was a cocktacular special.
All right.
Yeah, it was
I gotta
insane.
go back and rewatch that.
Yeah, it was the last like 4 minutes. I want to say 4 minutes, but it felt more like 14 minutes of
Cucky Joel?
Cocky Joel. I don't know if we did Cocky Joel, but they came up with a lot. They came up
The
with
Rolling Cocks?
I think that was one of them. Was one of them.
That's a good one.
Led Cucklin, I think, was one of them. Like it was
The Beach Cocks?
The Beach Cocks were one. Yeah. Yeah.
Some good ones out there.
I'm going through this. Dad almost died this year, and now he wants to go on a cruise, right? That was kind of the whole thing. So
180.
me and Cuddles and the kids were going down for a cruise. So we're going to go through an almost 2 week and probably 2 week period of no regular shows. But Erin C., major announcement. Erin C. has signed a contract to host a special presentation. I'm not going to say what it is beyond that, unless we want to give the general category of what it's going to be. But you'll hear about it eventually. Okay. It's going to be a true crime special hosted by Erin C. And hopefully, if we're lucky, Frank won't be on there going, well, Trump is worse than serial killers, because they'll just take the whole episode down. Will you let her do a show without you butting in on with your agenda?
I might hijack the last 10 minutes, but
Okay.
we'll see. Can't promise anything.
So I'm excited about this because we haven't had a true Erin C. production since Taylor Swift dropped an album, and I can't be waiting every 5 years to get one of these. So I don't want to do what it is yet, but we'll put out stuff so everybody will know what it is exactly. But if you're into the true crime or your friends are into the true crime, get them ready, because during my time away, we'll have this. This will be one of the things.
And I'm only going to drop one other little morsel, which is that we're going to give lead time because you got to come to the table knowing your stuff. It's going to be like book club, in the way that you have to have read the book. I'm not going to take you through the whole thing. We're going to talk about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we're going to give you lots of lead time.
True Crime Club. So so you'll know what it is, so you could take part in it, and then you could come to the table, and that'll make it even more fun. So you'll get enough time to figure out what it all is, which is really, really exciting. So maybe we might drop that soon. It'll definitely come on Monday at the latest, because Monday is going to be our last live regular show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not ever.
Well,
For a while, though.
Let's see how the true crime thing goes, because we need something to save us. So if that doesn't work out, it might be the end. No, but all kidding aside, I have been like debating. Okay, so here's how this started. I said to Cuddles, I think I really just need, like, because I'm like, should I film stuff in advance? We could drop something. I was like, do I bother Frank and J Sabs? Like, should I just do something? We did that 70-mile-an-hour podcast that one day. People seem to like that. I always like it when we do stuff together, but I'm like, do we want to go through that effort and do whatever? Or should we literally just take like a 2-week break, like make the break a break? Because to be honest with you, I am going to be in Florida on the Friday next week. So like we could technically still have an episode, but I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I need like a, whatever. But I only bring this up because I'm going back and forth of, I can film stuff. I don't know what Frank's availability is because he's a radio star still. Unlike the person talking right now. Frank's got things to do. I don't like. Do we want to do a pre-record and drop it on one of the days that we're not here? Is that satisfying for you, the listening audience, viewing audience? A lot of people watch the show, listen to the show after it comes out live, but the live thing is the most fun part about it, I feel. Does it dampen it if it's a pre-recorded thing that nobody's seen before and can feel like it's live? I don't know if that's cheap or what.
You want me to jump on by myself?
I would love for you to do an episode by yourself. I think that would be great.
Try that.
I think that would be great. We could definitely talk about that. But I'm like, if I'm going to do this, like I have some time to do it. I just need to know if I need to, so tell me in the comments if you want to see, if you want to pre-record, you still think that's good.
Me and Aaron C.
You and Aaron C. I think you and Aaron C. outside of the true crime thing would be fun. I mean, you're going to be on the true crime thing too, right?
Could do.
Yeah. And then I thought, could we give an episode to the audience? I feel like that's really dangerous because although I trust most of these people to watch my children, to not get us banned, like we already got ourselves banned on TikTok. We've already got plenty of strikes on us from YouTube, and we're seasoned.
Here's what we should do. I have an idea.
Yeah.
This might have nothing to do with what you were talking about, but it came to me. What if we film all the members of the show? We each do our own 30 minutes. And we play them all at the same exact time on the show. So your focus, you're hearing 5 different people,
right?
Do 30 minutes at the exact same time. And every time you watch it, you're going to hear someone, you're going to hear something different. You're going to put your focus on Anthony for the first show.
That's not bad.
While we're all talking, but you're hearing Anthony because you're watching him talk. And the next time you watch it, now you're going to focus on my part of it.
You might have something there. I was thinking more of like, because half hour is a lot to like send, like, okay, like for instance, Bird on Discord, like I call them like mini podcast episodes. Like she just drops these little, how would you describe it, as like a voice note? Like sometimes they're like 12 seconds and sometimes they're like 3.5 minutes. And I don't get to catch all of them as they're happening. But people seem to be very into it. And it's whatever's pissing her off on the day or whatever happened to her. And I think that stuff is interesting. Like, do we do a thing where we let everybody submit 5 minutes of video? Like, take your phone, do 5 minutes into the thing, and then we literally just put 1 5-minute chunk after the next until we have like a half hour, and that's an episode that we put out.
To do that, you're gonna edit those together?
Yeah, you got to get on that. You're like leaving soon.
Yeah, that's troublesome. Okay, in the comments, tell me if you would legitimately really participate. Don't be like, I'd love to do this or that. Tell me if you think you could really film 5 minutes. I'll have to figure out where we can get that uploaded so you can get it to us. But I'd be
sending
happy.
A 5-minute video is problematic.
Yeah, or maybe it's a 2-minute video. Maybe we just adjust and you give me your best 2 minutes. What would you say? What's pissing you off? What's bothering you? What would you like to talk about?
Or go on Discord, leave a voice thing, and we have AI animated.
Okay. Here, the problem with AI animation right now, it's like 8-second clips, so it'll never be. But that's a fucking good idea. We could just put it over some visual stuff and not have a video element to it at all. But that tends to not really perform all that well.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing too. Like you see, Flying Y goes, depends on how many drinks I've had. Like people can't just be like,
I'll definitely commit. Yeah, you can't. I mean, and it's not like we can't hold everybody to it. We can be like, oh, you promised. You know, it's if they can, they can. If they can't, that's life. It happens. So it's hard to rely on various people. You know, you just in the hopes that we get stuff. I feel it's great. I'd love it. I'd love to hear from everybody. But if they say yes, great. If they want to do it.
Yeah, because that's something that we learned because we used to have like the listeners come on more often. But what we found was people like to just listen and comment. They don't want to host, you know? So like everybody would be like, yeah, it's great. And then when it came time to it, people were like, no, I just want to sit here and type in wise ass shit. And like, it's like, okay, great. That's fun, you know?
Right.
Can we do this through Discord? Like, can people upload like long videos to Discord? Does anybody know?
I feel like you could upload video, but I don't know how long you could do it.
Because I would say, like, we'll do it that way. All right, we'll think about this over the weekend and come up with a solid plan.
And just so you know, while you've been talking, there's everybody's still going over band names with the word cuck in it.
Is it still happening?
It's still happening a lot.
You're right. Cucky Osborne, Main Street Cucks, Deep Cuck instead of Deep Purple, Dexy's Midnight Cucks,
Cuck Sabbath.
Cuck Sabbath, that's good. The Cuck Stripes. I was like, what's Cuck Stripe? But people are you're trying to get it out there so fast.
Yep.
Misspellings occur.
Cuck Mangione, R.I.P. I just took out one letter. All I did was take out the H, and it becomes Cuck Mangione.
Mm-hmm. That's good. All right, we'll figure out this thing. Maybe even if we get like 4 of them, who cares? Like we'll just put it out for one night, and that'll be the episode. I think that might be fun. That might be a thing. All right, so plenty of possibilities for our break, but we're taking a legit break the 13th on all the way through to possibly until September. So we'll have to see because I will come back, but it might be a little touch. I got a lot of stuff to take care of when we get back. Yeah, so
we'll take the rest of the summer or whatever.
Yeah, well, fucking Howard Stern and Jimmy Kimmel are taking the whole goddamn summer off. I think we can get 2 weeks in here.
Why you're so angry? Jeez,
I don't know why either. All right, Aaron, see, we're here for a blind top 5. I'm told this is a scorcher. Now, sources have told me we're going to be ranking Frankie C's least favorite races. Is that true?
All 10.
New York Marathon is number 1.
Fuck. You really turned on me fast. Good for you. That was really
good.
You're a skilled tactician, my friend.
I try.
All right, Aaron, see how many, what am I numbering my paper here?
Okay, it's blind top 5. We're up to you. Yes, we skipped S. We're going to go back to it, but we're up to you, and it's 10.
Okay.
And this one, I'm going to do an example, if that's okay, because I feel like it's a little complicated.
Yeah,
but
let me give you the intro before you start.
Thank you.
This is blind top 5, where you have to rank the items that Aaron C gives you without knowing what's coming next. And true to the AOA format, blind top 5 sometimes means 10 because numbers don't matter. Go ahead, Aaron.
Thank you. So this one for you is the letter U is unpopular opinions.
Ooh.
Which is why I think we're going to be doing a lot of talking. So basically the 10 that I'm going to say are opinions that for most people will agree that they're in the minority. So what I'm going to say is what fewer than half the population believe. And if you agree with this minority, put it higher. But if you agree with the majority that this is BS, this belief.
So if you agree with the unpopular opinion, you put it towards 1.
Yeah.
If you disagree with the unpopular opinion, you put it towards 10.
Yes.
I
For
feel
the
like
example,
all 10 of these are. I feel like all 10 of these are going to be my opinions. Does anybody else have that feeling? Or just
you're very unpopular, so that's fine.
Yeah. Do you want an example, or do you want to just dive in?
No, I want an example. So this is not part of the 10.
This is not part of the 10. We don't usually do examples, but for this one, it would be like the Beatles are just a mediocre band. If you agree with that, put it higher. If you don't agree with that and you think they're an exceptional band, put it lower.
I
Okay?
agree with this is going to get awfully saucy.
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
this is, yeah.
I'm about to punch someone. And we didn't even start yet.
I know.
Yeah.
All right. Number
There we go.
1, the unpopular opinion that pineapple belongs on pizza.
Oh my God. Yeah. Do not agree.
I agree with
Are you
pineapple belongs to
fucking
pizza.
serious?
I've had pineapple on pizza, and it's not bad.
Oh, you're one of those people? Jesus.
Pineapple, ham. You put that nice Canadian bacon on there. It's good. Hawaiian pizza's good.
Oh,
You're missing out, man. You never had hot pineapple, like with a ham?
I am revoking your Italian. Don't try and show up at the next Knights of Columbus meeting acting like I belong here, because you're not fucking welcome. I'm telling you that right now. We will not have you. Okay,
I'm showing up and I'm bringing pineapple pizzas for everyone.
So there's going to be a riot. We're going to burn the place down.
I'm having it catered by Domino's. It's going to be wonderful.
I have to be honest with you. You asked me a question there, and I disagree. I don't. Hot, warm pineapple is the worst part of the ham pineapple combination.
You're out of your mind. You never had pineapple in with yams, and that I like Thanksgiving.
It's disgusting to me.
No,
disgusting.
You're out of your mind.
I will say I've had a grilled pineapple, and that's the most.
So what's your problem?
That's the most edible version of a hot pineapple. Pineapple should be cold. Pineapple
doesn't have to be.
No, listen.
There are hot fruits. You could put fruit in. Why is pineapple the exception?
Pineapple should be cold and should be blended up with a coconut and have rum poured on top of it. That's where pineapple's strengths lie. Okay.
Well, I'm not saying it's the best thing in the world, but it's edible and it's good. It's not like, I'm not eating a filet mignon. It's pineapple on a pizza. It's not disgusting, but it's edible. I enjoy it. If I'm at a party or whatever and there's pineapple on a pizza, I'll eat it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, that's disgusting. It's gross. No, I've had it and I've enjoyed it. I think it's good.
What's next? You gonna put ketchup on that filet mignon you mentioned a second ago? It's fucking.
What am I, an animal?
It's exactly. It's amateur hour.
I put pineapple on pizza at 2.
You know how bad 2?
Because I agree with it. I agree that pineapple is perfectly fine on a pizza.
I'm going to delete this from the internet because I don't want your mother stumbling upon this and catching a heart attack and dying because I love her so much. Okay. That I love that this is doing so well with your wife. I'm going to scrub this from the internet to save your mother's life because this is the most disappointing thing you said. Besides, I'm going to co-host a podcast with Anthony. That was the only other time your mother was so devastated.
You almost disowned me for that.
Yeah, remember the 2 years she didn't talk to you? That
was a very dark moment in my life.
I felt bad about it. I felt really bad about it. All right,
pineapple pizza is good.
I have it at 10. Over it. I have it at 10. I hate it. I'm not in the minority.
Have you tried it?
Disgusting. It will never.
You've tried.
I don't think I've ever had pineapple.
So what do you don't even know? You don't even know.
I know what all those things taste like individually. I've had ham and pineapple together. I don't want to bring the third thing into it.
You don't know.
Okay, back to your corners.
The pizza, by the way, is the cuck of the pineapple and ham pizza situation. It's just sitting there in the corner. Like, the fuck am I doing with my life?
No, every pie comes with a little cuck table.
That's true. It's a good point. It's a good point. All right, Aaron.
But I'm telling you, try it first before you go, oh, it's disgusting. It's gross. It's perfectly fine. There's nothing. If you like pineapple on your pizza, you're welcome to share a pie with me. I love pineapple on a pizza. I could eat it anytime.
Mm-hmm.
I rarely have I had a slice of pizza. I went, this is disgusting. When's the last time you bit into pizza and said, this is gross?
I haven't had pizza since March.
See, I'm going to delete this from the internet so your mom doesn't get disappointed in
No,
you.
it's different though. I don't want to have a heart attack. You know, it's so it's a different thing. But no, I will never. Penis and pineapple on pizza. These are things I don't want in my mouth ever. I understand people like them. It's never going to happen. I'm never going to be like, you know what? I should give this a shot. It's not. I'm perfectly content dying without having any of those things in my mouth.
Okay.
By the way,
Thanks, Sam.
Lindarella gets extra bonus points for Pizza by Alfredo's. That's a Office reference. Good for you, Lindarella. Thanks for being here.
Good job.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Mercury. Right now, I'm hungry, and there's people in the chat that would eat it.
Well, Mercury's high off. That's high people say shit like that. High people go, that might be good. You know.
Mercury, can you guess why I'm quiet? Because I like it. She's like, you're very quiet, Aaron. It's because I like it. I like pineapple.
I feel like I don't even know who you people. This is like finding out your neighbor is a cereal.
You've never tried it, my man.
This is what the Gilgo Beach murderer's neighbor feels like right now. What I'm going through. I'm going to call that person and be like, "Can we start a support group?" Because I too.
Right. Then get back to me when you're when you're on vacation. Take some pine. No, you can't. See, that's the difference. You can't just add it to a pizza. It's got to be cooked with it. It's got to be made with the pizza. You eat it, it'll change your mind.
The crews will have it. It'll be free. Just try it.
I was just going to ask you. Everybody makes a big deal about these Sorrento's pizzas. It doesn't look that good to me.
They're not bad. They're and you know what the thing is? They're there a lot. You just go in and you grab it and you go. It's very grab and go, pizza, and it's free.
I feel like it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's drunk, and they're like, "You got to get Sorrento's pizza." But I'm like, "You're drunk. I don't know if this is a really good pizza."
Is it the best pizza in the world? No, but it's really good. It's a spot when you need it.
Did you ever eat it not drunk? Aaron, you can answer. Well, he's frozen. Yeah.
Yeah, I've eaten it not drunk. It's good.
Frank, not drunk?
Yeah, no, I've had it.
It's still good? Okay, all right.
I've had it not drunk. It's good.
All right, I haven't had pizza since March. Do I break my pizza streak over Sorrento's, or should I get like a really good like a good brick oven slice first somewhere?
I say start with not the best.
Yeah.
Start
just
with
to ease back in.
Okay. All right. All right, cool. All right, thanks.
All right, number 2.
All right. Yeah. It's funny. Who brought up The Office? Lindarella. Okay, because that's the second one. The second one is The Office, the show. The American version is overrated.
Oh, I disagree with that.
It's an unpopular opinion.
Oh, Frank. Oh, my God. I don't understand. Is this list to end our friendship? Is that what you're going for here, Aaron?
Did I say it was a scorcher, or did I say it was a scorcher?
You said scorcher. You didn't say 30-year friendship ender.
I think it's good. I think it's a really good show. I really like it. But I think it's a little overrated. Just a little. I don't think it should be held up there with the best shows ever.
Seinfeld and Curb.
It's not up there with Seinfeld and Curb, Cheers, and it's. I think it's one level down from those.
Interesting. I can't believe we're friends, and this is stunning to me. I'm putting this at 9. I strongly disagree with.
I'm putting it at 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah. So it's a great show, and I think Steve Carell is the best part of the show. And you got a lot of funny characters, but I feel like it's not. Every time Steve Carell's not on the screen, I want him on the screen.
Yeah, I get that. All right, now Paul's put a super chat together, and I'm a fan of the super chats. And break your pizza fast live on the pod with a pineapple slice.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Paul knows how to create entertainment.
Oh,
the two of you pissing on my grave. Like, could that be it? The body's not even cold yet.
That is not an unpopular opinion. That is a popular opinion.
Hell yeah. I think that has to happen.
Yeah.
Let me think about this. It's been a while since I sacrificed anything for the podcast. I feel
It's got to be Hawaiian pizza. It can't just be
Yeah.
ham and pineapple,
Correct.
Canadian bacon and pineapple.
Canadian bacon is a part of this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not American bacon.
No.
Okay.
It's ham. It's really ham and bacon. But Canadian bacon is also
No, you don't have to take Canada
popular.
down. They say it's bacon. Let's believe them that it's bacon. Let's call it bacon.
Whatever. I don't care.
What,
It's ham
what
and
do you want
bacon or
next?
Canadian bacon.
They're gonna call them the 51st state. I just leave.
I don't know
Canada.
what-
We're trying to
I
save
love
that.
Canada.
Trying to
Canada's
save
great.
that, like- well, you're downplaying their bacon like it's ham. That's a little
No, I
insulting.
didn't. I said it's supposed to be ham or Canadian bacon. It's one or the other, and it's never.
Oh, so you're saying it's not ham, Canadian bacon, and pineapple?
Right.
It's one
It's
of the
ham or it's ham and pineapple or Canadian bacon and pineapple.
Gotcha. Okay. Fly and Y has gifted a membership, by the way. So if
Woo!
you want to be a member, go to the link in the description below. Click on that, and if you're the first one there, you'll get it for free. And if you're not, it's $2.99. You cheap son of a bitch. Kick in because we need the
That's
help.
nice.
Is that a good
Curse
zone?
at curse at our potential subscribers.
I have to talk to you after the show because somebody came to me with a sponsorship opportunity. It's not lucrative, which I don't love, which we have to work on. But it's an interesting concept, and I was like, "Oh, think of the things we can do." And I'm like,
Is it Domino's?
They're never going to approve this. No, it's not Domino's.
No. Snapple?
No, I would not turn that down. Even if they were like, "We'll just give you product," I'll be like, "That's worth it. That's worth more than money." To Frank, I would take a
Yeah,
Snapple
I'm in.
with no money.
It's basically funny because I spend half my paycheck on Snapple anyway. So
It's some because I'm like the company that approached me. I don't want to say who it is, but I was like, "Oh, we could do this segment where we talk about the shittiest thing of the week, and they could sponsor it." And then I was like, "I don't know if they're gonna like that. I don't know if it's gonna work for their."
I think I know who it is.
Yeah, you might know who it is. I'll text you. Right now. I'll text you so you know. All right, Aaron, fire up that next one. I put that at 9. Frank put it at 5.
That's right. So it's in the middle. Not totally agree, but not totally disagree either.
Gotcha.
Okay, number 3 is the unpopular opinion that marriage is an antiquated tradition we don't technically need anymore.
10.
That's a really interesting one because this sounds like Aaron's laughing. Aaron just muted herself. She's laughing.
I got your text.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right.
I got it too.
So you're laughing at my wind up. Yeah, that's the company. I don't know.
I like it.
I feel like what we're offering is there's got to be better money to it, not just what they're blanket offer.
All right. We're not going to talk about who it is, then go on to marriage being an antiquated tradition.
Okay. The reason why I'm on the surface, I would agree with Frank. I don't agree with this, but this younger generation that's coming up.
Just keep in mind, you're married.
I know, but I don't know. But the statement is marriage is an antiquated thing. And I was reading an article that the whiskey industry is almost on their last legs for 2 reasons. One, and I'm hoping this doesn't get Frank fired up and started again, but the tariff talk with Canada,
oh my God. No, I don't know.
the tariff talk, I don't know if anybody realizes how much American whiskey is purchased by Canadians. And since the 51st state bullshit started and the tariff started, they have stopped buying whiskey from us. So all of our whiskey producers are just sitting on all this product because the Canadians have turned their back on them. That combined with the fact that younger people have stopped drinking alcohol. And the biggest area of alcohol to be impacted by this is the colored alcohol, the whiskey, the brown alcohols, because tequila is kind of still a fashionable thing. Vodka, the clear alcohols.
Where is this going with marriage?
The younger generation, they don't drink. They're not
They don't have
smoking cigarettes. They're not having sex. Exactly. They're just, they're heading towards AI virtual reality set boyfriends and girlfriends by themselves. And I don't think that I think marriage might not be, it might be antiquated. It might be there. I don't believe it, or agree with it, but I feel like this upcoming generation is going to be starkly different from where we were.
Oh, well, the next generation, there's a lot of things they're not doing that, it's kind of stuff's kind of eroded. Now, when you say it that way, I get what you mean. For me, do I agree with it? I am pro marriage. I love when people get married, and I'm married. I think it's great. I get why there are people out there, people aren't successful in their marriages. It happens. There are also people who just choose never to get married. But for me personally, I'm very happily married. So I'm very, yay marriage.
All right, where are you putting it?
10.
Nice. Okay. I agree with Lindarella, and I'm going with 5-ish. I put it at 5 because I feel like I'm with Frank in my traditional beliefs, but I feel like science and the evidence is stacked against my personal feelings here. So I'm going 5. I'm splitting the difference.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
All
Erin
right.
C is also in a happy marriage, but because of whiskey. That's what she was just tweeting.
Whatever got her down the aisle.
Yeah.
Okay, so that one was a little heavy. This next one's a little silly. Soft, fluffy towels actually suck. That is
No.
unpopular opinion. They don't actually absorb water, and they are not as good as the other kind.
Yeah, this is a curb topic that the old crusty towels dry you better than this. I think that's true than the soft, fluffy ones.
I disagree.
What's the statement though, Erin? Say the exact statement again.
The unpopular opinion is that soft, fluffy towels actually suck.
See, I don't think they suck, but if the statement was they don't dry as well, I would agree with that. That they
I don't
suck.
get that. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's true. You don't find that to be true. When you break out a new towel, you gotta do a couple of laps till it's all dry.
No, if it's soft and fluffy, it's gonna absorb more than a thin, papery bullshit towel.
Not true.
You guys are the odd couple tonight. You can't get Brie on anything.
I don't know how we're
A
friends.
big, soft, fluffy towel. You don't like that? I feel like you, of all people, you like your comfort, your Crocs, your this, your that. You're kind of a soft, fluffy guy. I thought you'd like the soft, fluffy towel.
I am a soft, fluffy guy. I do prefer a soft, fluffy towel, but I know I'm doing it at the sacrifice of I'm going to have to work a little harder at this drying situation.
I don't think that's true. I feel like a nice, soft, fluffy towel is going to have more absorption because it's got more to it. Like a thin sponge as opposed to a thick sponge.
You calling Larry David a liar?
On this topic, yes.
Okay.
I'm putting it at 9. I like a soft, fluffy towel.
I'm putting it at 7.
Let's see what the chat.
It's all over the place.
6, yeah, 6. That's low. That's 5. I like a good, soft, fluffy towel as opposed to an old, thin. I mean, the opposite of it is a thin towel. Like, I feel like because once you dry off a little, now the towel is soaked and you're not doing anything. You're just moving the water around. You get this nice, soft, fluffy towel. You got a lot more to absorb. You're gonna dry off a lot quicker, I think. I like my towels soft and fluffy.
Okay, your wife does not. She says soft, fluffy towels actually suck.
No, I'm sorry. I'm listing them for people who can't hear them or missed it. I'm just writing down. That's number 4.
That's number 4. Okay, never mind then. Then I take that all back.
I don't know how I feel. I feel like I don't like scratchy ones, but also I do find when we go to like hotels and stuff, I feel it just there's something they're putting on them that's just making it like not absorb anything sometimes.
Like, okay,
So
do you agree
I guess
with
I do
this?
5. I do 5.
Do you agree with this that a pool towel or beach towel doesn't dry you as good as a bathroom towel?
No, I think it's the opposite for me, but I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like pool and beach towels are the thin ones.
No, because I think they're bigger and fluffier. Like a pool towel is bigger than a regular bath towel.
No, especially when you're on the cruise.
Yeah.
Cruise pool towels are very thin.
Oh,
You can
really?
see them. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So
Oh.
get a couple of them.
A week
Then
of-
again, you like thin towels, so you might be happy.
I think they dry better than big fluffy towels. I use big fluffy towels when it's new towel time in the Anthony household. I'm very excited, but I know it's going to take a while to break them in until they get. There's
That's
a good middle
insane.
ground, and then it goes to not fluffy and just drying.
Like
you
it's gonna absorb water. It's not the more surface area, the more it's like a thin sponge as opposed to a thicker sponge. A thicker
argue with
sponge
me,
is going
man.
to absorb more.
Science. This is scientifically proven on the internet. Look it up.
I disagree. So I got a 9.
All right, I went 7.
All right. Ready for number 5 in the list?
Yeah.
Number 5 in the list is, this is for couples. Couples sleeping in separate beds should be normalized.
Stupid.
No.
How about these people that are like separate bedrooms? There are some people that are like, oh, we sleep in separate bedrooms. I feel like there was like a celebrity couple. I think they got divorced, ironically. They were like, hey, we're separate bedroom people. Like, we don't need to be staying together. It's like, no, what do you, marriage is, you're on top of each other all the time. You can't fucking stand it. Like, just deal with it. Like, just get through it. That's marriage. Marriage is
I
not
love being in the same bed. It's great. You're next to each other. It's wonderful.
It is. Even with all the farting that takes place a lot of the times, it's still worth it.
I'm glad you guys finally agreed on something. Way to go.
Yeah,
Yay.
we're together on that. I'm putting
So I
it
got that
at
at 8, which is the lowest I can go.
me too. I put it at 8. See?
Nice.
Friends forever. Friends again.
Hey. Did we just
Great.
become best friends? Yep.
Okay, that's hurtful, Linderella. But okay, fair point. Still
That's
hurtful.
fair.
Okay. I just want to make it clear in the thing. I'm just listing them. I'm not saying what I all right. That's not my opinion what I write down. It's just I'm writing it down for the people who miss it.
Sure.
Yeah. So number 6, the unpopular opinion is showering at night is better than showering in the AM.
Night is better than showering in the AM. They both have their benefits.
Yeah, I have to put that at 6. I like a good night shower, but the morning shower is standard. You can't go out there and tackle that day without getting a fresh shower on you.
Yeah, I like the morning shower because I tend to, if I don't shower in the morning, I kind of get oily. And for the rest of the day, I'm just walking around all shiny and oily. And
I think it's all the pineapple pizza you're eating, if I could be totally honest with you.
It could be, but I'm just very uncomfortable if I'm out and about doing my thing and I didn't shower in the morning. I don't get me wrong, showering at night and then jumping into bed and it's
great. Yeah,
it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah,
but I can't go. But then I'm asleep in 10 minutes. So, but going throughout my day without a shower,
it's actually it's one of the fun things about being on vacation, and I feel like this is a cruise thing too. Like when you spend the day at a pool or a beach, and you have that day, like coming in at 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock at night, whenever you come in, and you get that after beach pool shower, and then you get ready for dinner or whatever the rest of your vacation time. Like there's nothing better than that, like mid to nighttime shower before dinner.
Nice. That's a nice shower.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I agree. But I got the shower thing at 7.
I got it at 6 because that's the lowest I can put it.
All right.
But I'm with you too.
I
could shower at night and not sweat overnight, feel totally like legitimately clean. And then around 11 o'clock in the morning, I'll just be like, oh, I should have fucking, like, it's just, even if I'm not sweating, you don't feel as fresh and clean as you do when you get that shower together at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, 7, whatever it is. And you start.
Yeah, I got to start the day. I like to go in fresh.
Yeah. Still. All right, Aaron, we got 5 in the books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the books.
6 in the books.
That's right. And number 7 is Despite the fact that they sell a lot every year, the unpopular opinion is that candy corn tastes good.
I agree with this. I think candy corns are delightful.
I like candy corns.
Yeah, why are candy corns getting such hate all of a sudden? That's one of those things I don't get why that's so popular.
I think people just like to shit on things.
Like, remember that old, men think of the Roman Empire like twice a day or something? Like, I think we think of the Roman Empire more than women do, but that got grossly blown out of proportion. We're really not sitting there every single day thinking about the Roman Empire.
I thought of the Roman Empire when we toured Spain and Portugal and we saw the Roman ruins. Outside of that,
yeah.
When do I think? I don't think of the Roman Empire. What the hell?
I'm putting candy corn at 3. Because so far, okay, Frank, before this one, I had 1, 2, 3, and 4 open. That never happens to me. That just shows you how much I disagree with all of these.
Well, candy corn at 3.
The first one I thought of. So 3. Yeah, I don't feel confident enough to put it at 1 or 2. So 3 is where it's at for me.
Agreed. All right.
Look,
Okay.
Christella, Lindarella, they're both 1ers too.
Yeah.
Finally. Me and
Candy
Lindarella
corn
put
be
it
good.
back together after
Even those things that aren't corn, candy corn, but they're like the same sugary, like the little pumpkins or the little, the same style candy.
Yeah.
But they're not corns. Yeah, even like those, I'll eat those, and I'll have a great time eating my candy corn.
Are people upset because they don't taste like even sweeter corn? Because I never expected that. Like candy corn to me is its own flavor, like birthday cake.
Yeah,
its own flavor
I
now.
don't think anybody's expecting a corn flavor.
Okay.
All right. Next
Okay,
one is number 7.
Mm-hmm.
No, number 8.
No, number 8. Number 8.
Mm-hmm.
This gang loves chairs, but it's not cock chairs. This one is beanbag chairs should be abolished. We have no reason for them.
I can't remember the last time I actually sat in a beanbag chair. But you know what's funny? I see, like if you're ever just scrolling around on like Amazon, every now and then you come across a gigantic beanbag chair where like a person is sitting in it and it's like huge around them and they're just like,
Yes.
that looks very comfortable.
Yes.
So I like to be. I don't think it should be abolished. I'm pro beanbag chair, so I'll put that at 4.
I'm putting it at 2. I agree with this because what you're talking about, Frank, and even what made me not put this at number 1, in the mall, there's a fancy beanbag chair store, and I laid in a couple of them, and they're comfortable as all hell. Like they're really like great. But I feel like those aren't the norm. The norm is the shitty, like fake leather beanbag chair that we all know, and that's the popular beanbag chair, and those are not comfortable. Like you sit in those and
What do
they
you
just
mean?
stick
Leather?
your gut up it. Yeah, it's always like that fake pleathery shit that it's made out of, or it's that like
No, when I think of beanbag chair, I think of big fluffy. It looks like a big fluff ball, like those fluffy furry blankets, like that.
right.
Like huge, and like you just fall into it, and it's like a cloud. That's what I think.
Didn't one of the Full House girls have a beanbag chair in their room on that show? I think it was red. I feel like it was red.
Wouldn't doubt it. They were. I think they're comfortable. You just don't see them a lot in people's living rooms or wherever. But
No,
I think
they're for children, really. Because
Yeah,
they're
I mean,
uncomfortable, and children are too dumb to know they're uncomfortable. That's why.
they're not uncomfortable. We just went over that they're comfortable with beanbag chairs.
But those are the rare ones. I'm saying those aren't the ones that you know are popular.
I'm telling you, the big fluffy ones. Those are wonderful. Those big fluffy. Look on Amazon; they're like $150 or something, or maybe more. But they're huge. It's basically like just a huge pillow, But it's a little furry, like those fluffy blankets, and they look like looks like someone skinned a Muppet, and made you a beanbag chair out of a Muppet. That's delightful.
All that said, I'm still putting it number 2.
Yeah, I got beanbag chair 4 because right now all I have left is 1 and 6.
I have 1 and 4 left. What does everybody have left in the live chat? Let us know as Aaron C comes to the podium and announces the 9th pick in this Wine Top 5 draft.
The penultimate one is a soda one, and it is the unpopular opinion that Sprite is better than Coke.
That's tough.
I feel like everybody in their life goes through a Sprite moment.
I love Sprite.
The same way of how like a liberal at one point or another just goes, I'm going vegan. Like, I don't know if liberals go through their whole life without trying vegetarianism for like a couple of months or years. But eventually you always come back to a steak. I believe this. And although you might go through the I love Sprite more than Coke phase, it's a phase. Coke is always going to be there.
Coke's great, but sometimes, I prefer Sprite
Sometimes is the key phrase there. Sometimes is your key phrase.
But my question is it 50-50 or is one outpacing the other?
Well, all right, listen, if you're asking me my favorite soda, it's Dr. Pepper. I'm always going to order that, but I don't always get the opportunity to. Coke is always available to me more, or Pepsi is available to me more. So the secondary soda flavors are always playing second to Coke and Pepsi.
I mean, Coke is definitely more popular, and I got to admit, when opening a can of Coke out of the fridge is great. But if I'm like out, so I feel like having dinner or something, I'm going to go for Sprite. It's just, for some reason, it feels, it's probably not even close to true, but it feels a little lighter than a heavy, than Coke. I feel like Coke just, I drink it and I'm full. Whereas Sprite, I could drink it and eat a meal and be not so heavy, not feel so loaded.
Because Sprite is not black. Is that what you're saying? Racist.
No, I feel like it's more syrupy.
Did everybody pick up on that?
Coke would be more syrupy, a little heavier with the syrup.
I get it.
So I'm going to put that.
I understand what you're saying. Let's stop before you get in trouble. But I hear what you're saying.
I'm going to put Sprite is better than Coke. I'm going to put that at 1.
Look at this, Frank. Look at this. Look at the live chat. At Hitler fan agrees. I agree with Frank. Look at this. See, this is getting out of hand. You putting this?
I don't know why I come on the show. Why do I come on the show? Give me one. Listen, honestly, give me one reason why I come on the show.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have it.
It's not there. I can't come up with it.
Yeah, maybe Aaron's got something, but I got nothing.
I do love everybody in the chat, so that's the reason.
All right, there you go. I'm putting Sprite at 4 because I can't put it lower. This whole Sprite thing is I disagree with it.
Flyer and Y wrote too much sugar in soda. Prefer squash. Those are two completely different things. Flyer and Y.
Unless squash is a different kind of thing in a different country.
We don't have that. Okay, that makes sense now. I thought you meant the vegetable.
Yeah, the vegetable is the only thing we have. Squash.
Flying White, talk American if you want us to get it, okay?
You're an idiot.
He prefers to play squash to drinking soda. He's a healthy guy.
All right. All right, now we got to know what squash is, though. Is that like a English drink? Diluting juice?
Said diluting juice?
Flying White, you just...
Oh, let me tell you something. I have
more questions.
I'm a pour water in apple juice and orange juice kind of, and I do it, and
What's wrong with you?
Such a wussy. I'm such a wuss.
Come on. You make fun of my stuff, but you're pouring water in apple juice.
Too sugary. My children never drank pure apple juice. Like the first 4 years of their lives, everything was diluted.
I feel bad for your kids.
I know, me too. Not for the apple juice part, but for other reasons that shall remain nameless.
Yeah, their last name.
I don't think Flying Y is treating us like a news article. We got to skip a couple of things here till we get to the truth. Mostly water and a wee bit of flavoring. Oh, is that like that Mogi? I think, what do we have? Mogi, whatever, where you just squirt something in water to make it edible?
Oh, it's water. Yeah, it's okay.
It's
one of those fine. Things. Nothing wrong with that. All but, right. My bottom line is Sprite. I'm putting Sprite is better than Coke. I love Coke. If Coke is 99, Sprite's 100.
I'm with Brooke. I gave up soda a long time ago. Long before I started eating healthy, I gave up soda. It's too much. I used to drink a bottle a day, and I just
I don't think it's enough. How about that?
I can't do it.
You say soda's too much, it's not enough.
All right, last one. I got number 1 left. Frankie, what do you got?
I got number 6 left.
Holy shit.
All right, here we go. The last one. You got to put it wherever's left is the unpopular opinion that we should do away with saying bless you after you sneeze.
Oh.
I agree with this. We should replace it with you're so good looking.
You're so good looking. I like saying bless you. I think it's a nice traditional thing, and it shows even if you're not a religious person, you could say whatever. You're not forced to say bless you, but it's a nice I care. Hey, I'm on your team. Hope you're not sick, kind of a thing.
It is super antiquated though. They say it because your heart stops for a split second, and everybody's acting like that's a bad thing, but like people are living to 110 years old now, sneezing all their life, and they're just like the sneeze is not. Who dies from a sneeze? You don't need it anymore.
I know it's definitely a traditional thing, and it's not. Doesn't mean it doesn't mean you're sick necessarily, but it's traditional, and it's also it's just something nice to say. Like if you're on a bus and someone sneezes, you don't know them, they're a stranger, and you say God bless you. Oh, they say thank you.
It does break social norms. You wouldn't just talk to a stranger most times, but
right,
that's what I mean. Everybody's out there with it's a good point.
It's a good icebreaker. It's a good, hey, we're all, I don't know. It's a good connection kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it.
Sneezes come in threes? I find true 99% of the time. I notice it now. If I'm in a room and somebody sneezes,
really, threes?
Sneezes come in threes. A lot of times
I'm a two. I do too all the time.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody will sneeze twice. Somebody else will sneeze once. Sneezes come in threes. You watch. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. Yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah, right.
So
never noticed that.
Matrix. Yeah, it's a glitch in the Matrix.
That like celebrity deaths always come in 3.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Anyway.
Aaron, this was a scorcher. Ended a 30-year friendship, which is amazing to me.
Thanks, guys. Unpopular opinion.
That was a great one.
Something about friendship. I was going to do something about friendship, but I couldn't get there. So that's a lesson to you kids. Don't start it unless you have it. All right. So everyone have a great weekend. On Monday, we'll announce what we're going to do. And all right. Good night. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Aaron.
Great job.
Oval.
Yes, Oval, written by Aaron. There it is. Anthony's holding up a copy of it. It's available now for you to go buy. It's a book written by Aaron. Wonderful book. Link is in the description below. It's available to buy a hard copy like that or a digital download. Check it out. It's a wonderful book. If you like Aaron's sense of humor, Aaron's language skills, Aaron's storytelling, you're gonna love this book. It's a wonderful read. Pick it up today on Amazon.
Gotta get her to do a blind top 5 book. Just put all the blind top 5s in there. Maybe we can get AI to do that.
That'd be a good one.
Can you put together all the blind top 5s and put it into a book for us to publish?
They wouldn't be so blind though, because there will be a list right there.
That's true.
But it'd be good to play. If like a trivia card game, like if you had a book of all the blind top 5s, you could be the host and have people play them.
Big killer. The hottest game on the internet.
That's true.
Put it in a book, or should we put it on a set of cards? For some reason, everybody likes reading shit off of cards now. That's like a thing.
Whatever. Well, it should be an app, a blind top 5 app.
Oh, like when people go, what they play this fucking thing. They should be like that.
Remember when that was the craze? Remember when that game was the craze where you had to answer trivia, get to the last round, and you win like 50 cents?
That was a big money. Is that a thing?
Remember that? Do you remember that? It was like there was one like few months where it was a live thing at like 3:00. You had to go on.
Oh, yes, and play. Yeah, I do remember that.
That was a crazy thing.
Those were good times. Before Trump was president. Am I right, Frankie? See?
Exactly.
All right, everybody, back with you here on Monday with a special true crime special announcement.
No meat, potato salad.
Till then, enjoy your weekend.
Maybe we should go now. Go ahead.